Higurashi, When They Cry by 7 Expansion. Chapter 2, Watanagashi. Hello! So, it's time to start Chapter 2. I couldn't find a fitting background for Mio and Sonosaki, so I decided to stick with this. I didn't want to use the other character that's coming up soon, but because... to prevent spoilers, obviously, and this one's related, this chapter is related to Mion, of course. Yeah, each chapter will be related to each of the girls in the Higurashi series. And... hang on. Hi Mel, how are you doing tonight? Hang on, sorry. Get my chat to open. Okay, we're good. So yeah, as always, let's get started. Watanagashi, the most possibilities. How was your taste of life in Hinamizawa? A curse or a conspiracy? I believe you have fully enjoyed everything and everyone seeming suspicious. Here at last, it is no surprise attack, but a real direct incident. Please enjoy it. This difficulty is lower than Onikaikushi, but it is extremely vicious. And hello to everyone in the stream as always. Welcome and enjoy the show. Let me lower the volume mixer. Okay, I think we're good now. Let me know if the audio isn't too quiet in the game. Oh god, that giggle though. I will not quench your thirst, for you seek the truth and cannot accept that. I will not quench your thirst, for the truth you desire does not exist, but I want to quench your thirst. For I am the one who cast you into the desert, Frederica Birkenstill. I think we know that game. You mean the Higurashis or cicadas? The chirping of birds served as my alarm clock. Huh? Wasn't today Sunday? Wasn't it basically my style to stay up late on Saturday and sleep through the morning on Sunday? Why was I waking up at this disgustingly wholesome hour? Back to sleep, back to sleep. KG, are you awake? You have a phone call. At that moment, the sound of my mother calling me from downstairs finally registered. Phone call? I sprang up out of bed abruptly and stampeded noisily down the stairs. He's awake. I'll put him on right now, my mother informed the person on the other end of the line. I see. Hello? It's me. Who might this be? Morning, Keiji-kun. You're such a sleepyhead. Such a sleepyhead. Oh, Rena, what's up? Calling so early in the morning. And thanks for the cheers as always, Maroon. Really appreciate that. I don't think it's so early. It's the middle of the day, you know. It was 11 o'clock. I guess you could loosely consider that the middle of the day. So what's up? And thanks for the cheers again. Hold on a second. I'll put Mi-chan on now. Ohio, K-chan. If I were to say it in English, that'd be good morning. While we're at it, why don't you try saying it in Chinese, German, and Russian as well? I know in German it will be Guten Morgen. Hang on, let me check Yeah, we're at original sprites. Ni hao, Kei-chan. Guten Morgen, Kei-chan. Russian? Dosodanya? How should I know? Doesn't Dosodanya mean goodbye? Well, whatever. This stupid conversation has woken me up. That's good to hear. So, Kei-chan, you're free? You free right now? If you're good, then we got everybody. Everybody? Does she mean all the club members? That's right. You might be thinking every day always ends in heated competition, but at least I can spend my day off peacefully. You're too naive, Kei-chan. Yeah. The aim of our club is to best find the solution for every solution. Or solution for every situation. In other words, we don't care if it's a weekend. Oh, it looks like Kei-chan has come to understand our club. So how about it, can you come? I had absolutely nothing planned that day. If I were to refuse Club President Mion's invitation, what other fun ways to pass the time would I have? It's not like I planned on doing anything, and if I'd said no, you'd probably declare me the loser by default and enforce a penalty game on me anyways. If you understand much, then you can't refuse, right? If you're okay with it, then meet me at the usual place at 1 o'clock. We're going into town, so bring your bike, okay? Club activities in town? Well, we could do them anywhere. Besides, since it was a few venue, there was no way this wasn't going to be intense. I'm holding a pretty big grudge from that narrow loss a couple days ago. I'll say it right now, I'm not going to lose. A couple of days ago was Friday's club activities. That uncompromising poker match. It was a fight to the death. Nobody held back. Nobody could tell who was in the lead or who was the last until all points were tallied. In the end, I won by only 1 chip. Mion came in second. Just think if I hadn't squandered that one chip. Mion lamented thus, perhaps more so than the fact that she lost the match. Mion doesn't lose. That's why Mion only whined when she let the champion's throne slip through her fingers. That's why she was more frustrated than anybody over a close loss. Though the question is right now, you guys, how on earth is KG and Maroon still alive? After Onikaikushi, even though I already know. So this and thanks for the cheers as always, Maroon. Really appreciate that. So does she mean for today to be a grudge match? Bring it on! Just like last time, I'll shut you down and make you play that penalty game. Make sure you play in a way that you won't regret it when you lose. Wouldn't have it any other way. It'll make it all the more better when I crushed you. After that, we exchanged jeers for a bit before hanging up the phone. As I headed back upstairs hastily to get the key to my bike, I bumped into my mother as she was carrying a futon down. Oh, Keiichi, seems like you're in a good mood heading out? Something like that. I'm going down into town to play with everybody. Take care. Watch out for traffic. Be back before dinner. Yeah, and Rena as well. But, yeah, we were just talking to Rena. Yeah. I'll be back by then. After unlocking the chain from my bike in the garage, I reveled a bit in the resistance the slightly stiff pedal gave as I pushed on it. Alright, let's go. I set up my bike, cutting through the refreshing morning air. Keiichi-kun! You're late! Ah, sorry to keep you waiting. Huh? Where are Satoko and Rika-chan? Rather than meeting up with them here, it's a lot quicker to just meet up in town. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Let me do this real quick. Which one's the one where I could... Oh. Sorry, I'm just fixing the... Oh, okay. Hide window. Should keep that in mind next time. Rather than meeting up with them there, it's a lot quicker to just meet up in town. Oh, I see. If I remember correctly, Satoko and Rika-chan's houses were on the other side past the school. Oh yeah, what's up with doing club activities in town? Ah, I see. It can't be that everybody's going to put on masks and rob banks all day, is it? I wouldn't mind doing that. Even then, I wouldn't lose to you. You see, Mi-chan always tells me the routes and schedules of armored bank cars. I wonder why. What? I spun around with a serious look on my face and looked at Mion. Well, it certainly seemed possible that Mion was capable of doing that. Seriously, Mion? Rena! What are you saying? Sorry, Mi-chan, sorry. The two of them joked around. That bright laughter was the best match for a beautiful day like today. Hey, you two. Satoko and Rika-chan are waiting for us, aren't they? Let's stop fooling around and get going. Yep, indeed, Maroon. Around and around, fooling about like fluttering butterflies. I earnestly wish I could just keep watching them like this. But the five of us together would absolutely be more fun. I understand that feeling, KG. That's right. Well then, let's go. Having fun with four other friends. The goal is to plunder 1 billion. Once we split the loot, everybody scram. Yeah! I see. 3 of us on our bikes headed over the gently sloping hill towards town. Accelerating hard, we crested the hill. The view expanded as Okinomiya Station came into sight. I occasionally come to the station there, considering the amount of effort it takes to get here though. It was quite a hassle. That's why I didn't know much about the area around the station or Okinomiya itself, or for that matter. The street we were headed down today was of course unfamiliar to me as well. Going through the railway crossing, we headed past the south end of the station. This is the first time I've been this way. Around here, there's lots of things like arcades and toy stores. Mi-chan knows a lot about it. So there's an arcade. I used to go to one pretty often. My gamer's blood roils within me. Always going to an arcade, K-chan? You're quite the delinquent. Next time we're here, I'll show you where it is. It's a good one. There's quite a few machines. God, what arcade games were to play in 1983 besides Pac-Man, Galaga, and stuff like that, and Pong? I know and Space Invaders. It seems like the rest of Okinomiya was Mion's stomping grounds. Or maybe something like, even though I know it's not real, Polybius. If I asked her, she could tell me a lot with things about it. Eventually, we came across a store with quite a few bikes parked in front of it. Hi Quack, how are you doing tonight? Was this the arcade? No, it was a smaller shop. Looking at the window display, it seemed like your everyday toy shop. But for almost 10 kids to be filing in and out of this toy store, they were doing almost too well for themselves. Ah, I see, very nice. Could it be that toy store is having some sort of event today? Exactly. Top prize is 5,000 yen, or 50,000 yen. 50,000? What is that? That's the GNP of the People's Republic of Keiji 5 times over. Oh my god. Two cute figures messing about the front of the store noticed us and waved their hands. Oh hey, it's them. Hello everybody. We've been waiting for you. Good morning. Hey, morning Rika-chan. Satoko will settle this before the cops get here. The goal is to plunder 1 billion. Huh? Keiji-san, I have no idea what you're talking about. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that's a habit of mine of doing in these Higurashi streams. Are we late? Do we keep you waiting? We finished early, so we've been waiting for a while. I'm sorry about that, and thanks for the cheers as always, Maroon. I really appreciate that. Kei-chan here was taking a sweet time. Yeah, exactly. I guess. Well, if it was Keiji's fault, it couldn't be helped. Saying that, Rika-chan stretched up and began patting Mion's head. Hey, wait a minute. Are you solving everything by making me the bad guy? Of course. Who else but Keiji-san could fill this important role? Oh, I don't like being cast like that. You think that this will solve everything? You're sorely mistaken. I was slightly interrupted, so I began to repeatedly smack Satoko on the head. Smack, 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 smack. KK is bullying me! It's such a shame that KG's bullying you. Satoko's crying, she's crying. I'm taking her home. Your big sis here will take care of the bad guy, okay? Wham! Rena ecstatically wiped the tears. Not much in you, Gabe. My boy, Gabe. My boy, this peace is what all true warriors strive for. Rena aesthetically wiped the tears, which were probably fake, from Satoko's face, while Rika-chan gently patted mine as I lay sprawled on the ground. Yes, this is fine. Yep. This is the way things are supposed to be solved. Although, I think we should find a new punchline before you start losing teeth. Not much reading the Watanagashi chapter of Higurashi. Well then, upsy daisy. In any case, the greeting for today went well. Inside the toy shop, there were about 10 boys around the same age as me. Apparently they all knew Mion, and finding out that she had arrived, they greeted her with jeers, a few at a time. Mi-chan is a regular at this toy shop, so she has a lot of friends. A regular at a toy shop? What's up with that? Hey Keiji-san, take a look back there. Oh my god, can you imagine if there was a place like this in Chicago? like a table to play card games, I'd probably be back to Yu-Gi-Oh! The moment I see a shop like that close to my place. Following Satoko's prompting, I took a look. There were chairs lined up at tables, almost the same sort of birthday parties. I realized it immediately. It couldn't be. This is the venue for today's club activities? Surprise, Kei-chan? I'm good friends with the owner here. He sometimes let me hold game tournaments to expand his customer base. Expand his customer base, I see. Meaning all the boys living up the place were participants? Oh my god, I'd rather be in the suburbs than in downtown with these kinds of hobby stuff. That's right. Normally it's just us 5, but today we're gonna play with lots and lots of people. Rena was innocently happy about being able to play with so many people, but my expression grew noticeably stern. Keiichi-san, I know exactly what you're thinking. Oh? Well then, why don't you try saying it? Together? Okay, 1, 2... These are all enemies. Satoko's voice and mine blended together in harmony. We looked over at the participants. I love the person in the background though. After all, the top prize was 50,000 yen. My eyes were lit up like a flame. Hey Kei-chan, looks like today will be fun. Well, no matter how many more rivals I have, the goal is still the same. Rivals? Kei-chan, do you think a whale keeps track of all the krillodites? She said that in an unpleasant voice, laughing with the aggressive glint in her eyes, reserved solely for club activities. Mion, she's as serious as she can get today. I'm not the only one who's serious. Take a look at Rika-chan. Mion pointed, looking at where her finger directed me. What is that? Oh my god, that music sounds like something out of The Sims 2. Rika-chan was using those kinds of traits to soften up the group with the almost excessive pleasantness. And thanks for your cheers as always, Maroon. Really appreciate that. I'm also going to do my best. Go for it. Yay! So I see Dory's watching the stream, so how are you doing tonight? Go for it. Yay! Completely emasculated, the group joined Rika-chan in a cheer. The inside of the store had only been consumed by the world of Rika-chan. She's already chomping at the bit. It seems like today's going to be fun. I'm going to do my best. How? It seems that Rena was also unusually fired up by the large crowd, hopping about, and congrats on leveling up, Quack. Even though I think he left. Hopping about and running around, she had entered entirely into cute mode. In Rena's case, the real fun starts when her tension gauge fills up. Her happy-go-lucky attitude belied the fact that this wasn't the state in which she was the most threatening. Do you guys hear me clearly? Mion was making small talk with some of the regular customers she was acquainted with. It was like business as usual with her. Oh, okay. Of course, if anybody thought that Mion looked ordinary, they were not qualified to be in our club. The shadow beneath her feet was exuding killer instinct, rising up like a chill wind. Throwing away her honor and humanity like that, she's serious. And I see Maroon. Keiji-san, didn't you know the 50,000 yen prize is from Mion-san's own pockets? What? She's just putting out the 50,000 yen all by herself? At that moment, a dark miasma that warped Mion's surrounding began to appear. What is it, Kei-chan? Already? Jeez. Is there something on my face? Eep, a shiver crept up my spine. That Mion cornering herself like that, she was pulling out the demon lurking within her. Fine with me. My knees are shaking like crazy. Okay then, why'd you have to put the creepy sound effect in? Before I realized that the store had filled up with even more people. However, the looks in her eyes were confrontational. Hang on. They were looks of expectation and curiosity. Sorry, I was just reminding people as always. They were the eyes of onlookers who were wondering what kind of match was going to occur and who was going to win. You couldn't ask for a better stage than this. You couldn't ask for a better stage than this. This is getting interesting. Keiji-kun, let's do our best, okay? Do our best. How? Rena was already fully charged. Mortal laws and common sense held no power before the might of Rena in her cute mode. I definitely didn't want to fight her if possible. Rika-chan, do your best. We're all cheering for you on. Okay, I'll do my best. Rika-chan, who was exuding way too much charm, no matter how you looked at it, had already won over most of the onlookers to her side. Nonchalantly, avoiding things had always been Rika-chan's creed, but for her to be blatantly laying out her machinations like this, something was definitely strange. Hi Scenic, how are you doing tonight? Like Rena, she was somebody who I didn't want to fight if I could help it. Of course, the one you don't want to fight the most is Mion-san. I've been lucky to even leave alive more than a few times at the end of club activities, but... Yep, I am Scenic. But I don't think there was a day that even came close to being dangerous. And thanks for cheers as always, Maroon. Really appreciate that. Mion-san seems to have developed quite the grudge after losing that poker match a few days back, you know. It seems that way. In other words, today is just an elaborate stage for her revenge. Almost as though she were psychic, Mion turned towards us. Her eyes were silently conveyed the message. You guys just figured out that now? It wasn't just Mion, both Rena and Rika-chan were more pumped up than they ever been. Yeah, one's gonna pop up today. Without doubt, there will be casualties. It seems that somehow Keiichi-san and I are the only ones left. What do you think? Should we not have our match during the opening round? Might as well. I tend to warm up before I can really get kicked in. Before I can really kick it into gear. Oh, come on. My spinal column shuddered like it had been struck by a bolt of lightning, and like a pillar of ice was being jammed into it began to freeze. I almost see the flames backlighting Satoko with their intensity. Even then, while Satoko was displaying a normal smile, it was cold and inhuman, almost as if it were a plastic mask. You must really want to eliminate me in the opening round. You can't hide that murderous intent. Oh, that's too bad. You're being uncharacteristically cautious today, Keiichi-san. Oh ho ho! Without a doubt, it was a trap. I don't know what she had up her sleeve, but if I fought with Satoko during opening round, my loss would be more certain than I win against Mion. And hi, Lisa. I'm pronouncing your name right, Lisa? A pitch black miasma permeated the inside of the store. Did they all win that 50,000 yen prize that much? For want? Want to win? Oh, okay. No, that's not right. The only ones competing for prize money were the casual participants. It makes me wonder if people are actually watching the anime thanks to my streams. I was different. I had mistaken this as just a way to fool around on a normal Sunday. It didn't matter when it was, or where it was, or who our opponents were. In our club, the goal is always the very top of the mountain. An intense flame that no strong wind could extinguish, hot enough to melt any steel, began to burn inside me. The fuse had been lit on this unprecedentedly intense club battle. It was then that the owner of the store told Mion in a lackadaisical voice that it was about time to begin. Is everybody ready? Listen close now. Mion began with the formalities, standing in for the owner, the explained rules of today's tournament. You're only playing to win. There's no second or third place. That's the same rule as our club. There were 15 people participating. We were to split into 5 groups via a draw, and each group would have one winner. Each winner in the first stage would advance to the next order to complete in the final. Yeah, indeed. And I'm ready for Thanksgiving, seeing again Black Friday as well. Now, as for how each group will compete, each table can decide to play whatever they want. As long as the game is here in the shop, anything goes. Already in club mode DEFCON 1, I didn't let the small gap in the rules go unnoticed. Mion, can I ask a question? Won't everybody push to play the game they're good at and not be able to agree on which one? How? That's right, if we can't decide, we can't start. The spectators also nodded along. It was only natural. There wasn't anybody who would simply cede to our opponent's suggestion. I prefer if you were all good sports and managed to come to the decision on your own. But if it comes to all stalemate, should we have the store owner decide for you? It was an event at a toy store after all. You'd expect the owner to referee. After that, Mion's rundown continued. It ended with that rule that anyone losing participants would have to buy the game they lost at a rather nice proposition for the store. Got to turn off the lights for tonight. First, we used the draw to split into 5 groups. Everybody lined up a single file and began to draw tickets that the shop owner had prepared. It was my turn. Alright, time to draw. No matter who I was up against, I crushed them. At that moment, Mion began to laugh with a hawkish gleam in her eye. Yeah, indeed, Maroon. Of course, I'm sure you already know, but club members will have a separate penalty game than the casual participants. I thought as much. What's the gist of it? The winner gets to give the losers 1 order each. Contrary to how simple it sounded, it was a terrifying eventuality, the subject of which no one could predict. Was she really planning on parading me around Hinamizawa in cat ears and a banana hammock with a tail attached or something? Oh my god. The look on Mion's face told me she wasn't going to let me off that easy. On top of that, this time, it wasn't just the person who finished last who would have to submit to the penalty game. The losers get 1 order each. In other words, even if you don't finish last, you still have to do a penalty game. That be the case. What if there's no winner? What about if there's no winner? Like all the club members drop out midway through. Kei-chan, are you alright in the head? What? The look in Mion's eyes became that of a lion baring its fangs. How exactly are the elite members of our club going to lose to some mewling newborns? Kei-chan, don't embarrass me by getting eliminated in the first round. Even so, I didn't feel threatened. The more into it my opponent was, the stronger I would become. You just wait and see. I won't just sit here and be bullied by you, Mion. I'll show you. We shall meet in the finals. The results of the draw were enough to make you cry conspiracy. All the members of the club were nicely divvied up amongst the 5 tables. How did this happen when the draw was that random? The thought that I already caught in Mion's puppet strings made me feel uneasy. That was fine though. I'll crush all your petty tricks. Now where were my opponents? Everybody was headed to the table corresponding to the number on their ticket. The competition at my table was these 2, huh? They look younger than me, huh? Aren't you 2 classmates of mine? Oh, hi, I'm Tomita. This is Okamura. Okamura-kun greeted me by nodding his head. Ah, I see, Maroon. So my opening round was to be against my juniors from school. Just saying, but it seemed like a pretty easy matchup. Lucky. Time to destroy them without mercy. Alright then, everybody, please decide on your games and start. With Mion's declaration, the inside of the store suddenly became lively. Everybody was yelling their favorite games at each other, trying to gain an advantage before they started. Even my two classmates, who seemed taciturn at first glance, began to fiercely insist on their own games as soon as the signal was given. Of course, I would kick those suggestions aside. There was absolutely no reason to pick a game your opponent was good at. Sorry, they're all games I don't know. Could you pick something a little more well-known? Ah, very nice. Of course, they didn't agree to the games I suggested either. I could only smirk bitterly. Naturally, after 5 minutes, this table still couldn't agree on the game. Oh my god. I should mention, by the way, I'm gonna go AFK for a good bit because we just ordered pizza. So yeah, I'm just warning you guys early on. So yeah. Plus, it's pretty good pizza as well. So I'm pretty much craving for pizza right now. So that's why I sound a bit, you know, obeying the rules. So we asked the store owner to decide on the game. Clearing his throat, the club owner brought over a board game from the back of the store. No, just pepperoni. I get the veggies at like Subway, you know. It was a game called Billionaire. Quite the vintage we have here. Wow, the only thing I could think with Billionaire is Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Even though I think that game show came out a decade later. I could be wrong. This game takes place in 1983 for the curious. Come to think of it, if you lose, you have to buy this game. That shop owner, was he using this competition to get rid of all the games he couldn't sell? I know this one. You guys do too, right? Spin the wheel and head to the goal. Whoever has the most money after we liquidate our assets is the winner. Okay, the only thing that comes into my mind is, come on, let's play Monopoly. The two nodded in agreement, and finally the game was underway. Jeez, can anyone besides Maroon hear me? At that time, I already had a feeling of impending crisis. I wouldn't realize why until the game was progressed a bit. Wasn't that 1973 though, Maroon? 1983 is what I mentioned. 1, 2, 3, 4. Celebrate the birth of your child. Receive $5,000 from everybody. Sorry. Okay, I've built a bit of a lead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bonus. Receive 100,000 from the bank. What? The tables return in an instant. One, two, three. Proceed to the corporate ladder course. Whoa, that's a good route. It seemed like my only piece was landing on the steady spaces. Yeah, I'm wondering about that too, Maroon. I have doubts as to why Mion didn't bring out board games for club activities, but that reason was laid bare to me before my eyes. That's right, I'd only realized it now. This game was completely based on luck. What could I possibly do to make sure I end up in the first place at the end? The ultimate outcome of this game was decided in a place beyond human hands. How were the other club members doing? My eyes naturally wandered off to the other tables. Ah, I see. Mion's table was what? Let me take a look. They weren't doing anything? I'm just checking the layout. Yeah, it looks a bit like Monopoly. Had they still not decided on a game? This naive idea existed to distract me from the most frightening possibility. Mion was lounging about, leisurely holding some juice she brought from the vending machine outside in one hand. When our eyes met, she gave me a look of ease. Ah, I see. That was when you were born. It couldn't be. She already finished? What game was it? That easily? It was probably too late to be concerned with that at this point. Only 5 minutes since we started, and her two opponents were already beyond recourse. They were sitting there, slumped over in disappointment, muttering to themselves, trying to figure out where they went wrong for that. They find no answer. Is there any reason for their defeat other than they sat at the same table as Mion? But then what about Rena's table? Spectators were causing quite a commotion. It looked like their game was Karuta. And I just noticed I lagged a bit. The shop owner was apparently the one reading out the cards. Rena tended to dawdle along and space out a lot. Wouldn't she have a hard time with this game? Then I'll read it out. The dog gets tired on a walk. BAM! At the same instant, the shop owner began sounding out the words. The card in question disappeared off the face of the table. No, the face of the earth. Impossible. Where did it go? It was against Rena's cheek. She was rubbing it there. Ow. So cute. I'm taking it home. Oh, I remember the clip, an anime clip of this scene. Looking at the card Rena was rubbing against her cheek, it was some anime-themed version of Karuta, with some rather cute moe illustrations decorating the cards. But it was a picture of a pretty dog girl with a slightly large chest, panting and half in tears as she was being pulled along on a chain. I'm just speechless of reading that. And thanks for your cheers as always, Maroon. Really appreciated. Those types of pictures, even I could play with godlike speed. Of all the people to play that game, it had to be Rena. It was entirely possible that her fingertips were on the verge of breaking the sound barrier. It's over. Mion smiled coolly. See no further reason to keep watching, she turned back. So cute, so cute. Oh god, let me reread that. So cute, so cute. Even if Rena wins, I'll still buy these cards. I'm taking them home. How? Almost went, I think I just went Gollum the first time I read it. Oh my god, Rena! After that, the second the cards started being read out, bam, bam, such decisive sounds echoed. Well, yeah, we all know that, Maroon. Even I've known that since 2008. First time I've watched the anime. And read the manga as well. Well then, how about Satoko? Oh, she was playing a rather orthodox game, Concentration. Judging from the distressed look on Satoko's face, it seemed that she was struggling somehow. One of the main characteristics of concentration is that the pace of the game speeds up as it goes on. As the number of cards to memorize decreases, it becomes easier to match several pairs in a row. It wouldn't be exaggeration to say that the first person... Yeah, for the first half, then I just actually gotta wait a bit until the last 2 volumes comes out on Steam. I think the 4th one is pretty short as well, compared to the first 3. It wouldn't be an exaggeration to say that the first person to take over the flow of the match can run away as the winner. The cards still play at decrease. If you memorize the cards that have been turned over before, you should give a good chance to sweep the table at this point. I see. Oh, right. I know what you mean. Though it might be minor spoilers. I know one of the chapters that's yet to be released on Steam, we're gonna learn about Oyashiro-sama soon. That's all I can give. I don't want to go too far in that. Satoko probably knew the positions of all the remaining cards. However, her turn came a little too late. If her opponent followed up, the match would be decided. Hojo, sorry, but I'm also aiming for the prize money. Don't hate me for this. This guy, did he have the locations of the remaining cards memorized? He was completely certain of his victory. He was completely certain of his victory. The tensions of his face relaxed. Yeah, indeed. It's over. I whispered that in the bored manner as my attention back to my own game. I spun the wheel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What? No way! The Ace of Hearts should have been there. There was a commotion at Satoko's table as the shout rang out. The other two at my table turned around in surprise. I didn't. After all, there was really anything to be surprised about. The onlookers were confounded. Most of them certain that the Ace of Hearts should have been there. There's no way, I must be seeing things. It's just been because I was excited. Though assured in his victory, the distress over his defeat ran deep. That's how it is. If its opponent wasn't Satoko, then the Ace of Hearts certainly would have been there. What a fool. When you're up against Satoko, you can't let your guard down for a moment until the battle is over. Keiji-san? You still haven't finished your match? You have no sense for these things. With a refined tone of voice reserved for only winners, Satoko called out to me. For the casual observer, it must have looked like she only eked out a victory. From my point of view, however, she was only playing around. Wow, the only thing I could think of is, from my point of view, the Jedi are evil. The roles of winner and loser had already been decided. It was more than nothing more than child's play. The laughable part about it was that her opponent didn't know his role had already been assigned. Nice work there, setting up a farce of a trap with the Ace of Hearts. Yeah, looks like it's here. I'll be right back, you guys. I'll turn on my AFK music. So, you guys might want to stay for a bit. And keep the chat entertained, Maroon. And whoever's watching. we got this notion that we that we like to sail the ocean, 'cause we're building a big boat to leave here for good. We're not keen on sinking, so that's why we're sitting thinking. So we're building a big boat to leave here for good. Idle-idly, idle-idly, sailing the sea till we get some more wood. Oh, we're not keen on sinking, so that's why we're sitting thinking. 'Cause we're building a big boat to leave here for good. Okay, I'm back. So yeah, now I'm a bit chill now. So let's get back to reading. My opponent. Okay, where was I? Nice work there, setting up a farce of a trap. And thanks for the cheers as always, Maroon. Really appreciate that. Farce of a trap with the ace of hearts. My opponent only walked into one of my traps. Even then, one was more than enough. Satoko was a trapper. Her true talent was never having one misfire. But yeah, how are you doing tonight, Jar Jar and Linnea and Linnea? Ain't that cool? The fact that the other club members were winning one after another with their own brand of play only added to my impatience at my own lack of progress. Alright, how is Rika-chan doing? How is our club sly little fox doing? What is that? Over in the corner, the mood at that table was decidedly different from the others. Oh my god. Alright, I could think the music being hers. Alright, I could think of her saying Nipa. The game at Rika-chan's table. You know that battery-powered fishing game? Yeah, I know about it. The one where the fish opens and closes their mouth as they rotate on the platform, and you have to use a magnetic fishing rod to pick them up. That old thing. It seemed they planned it out on competing by seeing who would catch the most fish, but it had become an atmosphere you could hardly call competitive. And congrats on leveling up, Jar Jar. Wow, I caught one! You're so good, Rika-chan. You're so good at this. Oh my, she caught another one! Rika-chan is really good at this. I knew that Rika-chan had already charmed her opponents, along with the onlookers, before the match had even begun, but brilliantly played. That corner had become an informal meeting of the Rika Furude fan club. I'm pretty sure something like that would exist on my anime list. It's Rika-chan's total victory. Total victory. Rika-chan's good at fishing, isn't she? Rika-chan, what is Rika-chan trolling? What Rika-chan is trolling for probably isn't fish. Hearing that, she glanced over my way briefly. This is my way of getting serious. That's what I've heard. This is a masterful technique that only Rika is allowed. Only Rika can do. Yeah. Yeah, masterful technique. I got this pronunciation wrong, so I'm gonna fix this real quick for his surname. My Bada-san, it's your turn. Oh, sorry. Yes, it is. 1, 2, 3. Fined for tax evasion. Paid $50,000. In contrast, my game was... What an unseemly situation this was. Noticing the uneasiness creeping across my face, My companions came to see how I was doing. Huh? Keiji-kun, could it be you're struggling? You're struggling? Oh my god, that sounds about right, Gabe. Okamura? Okamura? Right now, how much money do you have? Okamura, who had wrung lots of money out of the elite course, began to count through a stack of white $100,000 bills. So he's counting through a bunch of... Oh my god. How did I forget the president during World War I? Welcome back, Gabe. Oh, Wilson. So he had a bunch of Woodrow Wilson. Okay. About 980,000, I guess. How much money do you have, Tomita? I have 880,000. I'm so close enough to turn this around. Those two look like they would easily surpass $1 million. Well, Kei-chan, how much do you have? Mion's tone of voice was grim from the get-go. So yeah, Maroon, you could tell I was pretty excited for tonight's dinner for me. Is why I sounded a bit nervous or anxious. It was her disappointment discussed as club president. It can't be helped. There's no strategy involved other than spinning the wheel in this game. How am I supposed to cheat? Tell those two to close their eyes and count to 100 while I rig the wheel. I see. I'm just like Michelangelo, always excited for pizza. You know, there's no way I can do that. Rika-chan gently pet my head. Still, she wasn't too happy. And thanks to the cheers as always, Maroon. Really appreciate that. How pathetic. At one point, I thought you'd be a worthy adversary. I've been utterly disillusioned. Don't give up, Keiji-kun. There has to be some way to make a comeback. Do your best, right till the end. Like I said, how am I supposed to make a comeback with this game relying entirely on luck? Right, Mion? It's Rika Fura Day, Gabe. I did mention this with one of the unreleased chapters on Steam that I don't want to spoil too much, that in one of the semi-final chapter of this game, the series, we'll be learning about Oyashiro-sama and Rika will be related to him. That's all I can give. Mion's face, however, was almost unbelievably indifferent, like she was watching something completely unexciting. She then turned her back without saying a word. Hey, me? It was a pathetic voice that irked even myself. I'm disappointed. Everybody was serious about this, but Kei-chan was the only one who wasn't. What do you mean by serious? Are you telling me to control the spinner through sheer force of will? How can I do that? If you were serious about it, you would have settled this game 10 seconds from when you started. The one with the cap. What do you mean, Maroon? Me-chan, you don't have to get so angry. Wait. Mion, in a bad mood, cast me aside and disappeared into the depths of the shop. It was because it had become an awkward situation, but the spectators dispersed from around my table. Oh, you mean my waifu Rena in this game? Even though my one true waifu would be Moko from Toho. Are you saying I'm not serious about this? Are you saying if I were serious, I would have sold this game of chance in 10 seconds? If I were serious, everybody was praying for my victory. They believed in me. Did I betray their expectations? Was it because I wasn't serious? And you know I've been posting all the pictures of her on Ronco's Discord, Maroon, every day as well. Was it because I wasn't serious? Should we continue the game? The two of them were timidly trying to resume play. I didn't respond to that. The table sunk into silence. Maibara-kun, should I take that to mean you're giving up? The owner, thinking I was forfeiting, started to announce the cancellation of the game. At that moment, the demon inside me let loose a howl and awakened. I get it now, Mion. What it means for me to be serious, I'll show you! Bam! I clamped my hands on their shoulders, speaking in low voice after pulling them closer. Tomida-kun, Okamura-kun, let's make a deal. Let me win. The two of them, not immediately understanding what I just said or the meaning behind it, were momentarily confused. Hey, Maibara-san, no violence. Yeah, indeed. Let's sell this game properly. Just listen to what I have to say. What is it you guys want? The 50,000 yen prize? Well, of course. Winning that kind of money is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Even supposing you win, what are you going to do with that money? How are you going to enjoy it? The two of them considered it briefly. Buy a new game or something? Snacks? Maybe some juice? Let me check US dollars to yen translator, what that would translate to. How much would that be in US dollars? So that would be like $500 technically. I'm estimating that, of course. I could buy that Xbox One X I always wanted as well. That's petty. So petty. Are you guys stupid? Then how will you enjoy it if you win, Maibara-san? Me? That's the point. Just be quiet and listen to what I have to say. We club members have a penalty game separate from the casual participants. If we lose, we have to obey a single command from the winner. From another point of view, the winner earns the prize of being able to order the other club members around. First of all, Tomita-kun, you like Satoko, right? Don't deny it. Next, Okamura-kun. Alright, enjoy your game, Gabe. You like Rika, right? Don't turn red. I drew the two of them that red face, unconscious of whether anybody else heard what I just said even closer. See ya. Lollies, moe, pretty girls, what men covet, what men dream about. It's like an unreachable garden of Eden. Even then, you still aim for it, wouldn't you? That's because our passionate souls scream for moe. I do agree shy girls are cute. That sensitive age where you couldn't say that you liked the girl you liked. Understanding that gave me all the more the power. Tomita-kun, if I win... I'll make Satoko wear a collar and be your little sister for a day. A red fountain spewed from both of Tomita. Oh god, nosebleed from both of Tomita-kun's nostrils. Also, Okamura-kun, I'll put cat ears on Rika-chan and let you take her out for a walk. Oh my god! Let you take her out for a walk on the leash. Blood erupted from the vein at Okamoto-kun's forehead. Oh my god! Oh my god, Keiji, what is the matter with you? Okay, don't be shy. Just pretend I asked you to go along with me. You two are simply sacrifices to my Bada Senpai's whims. You can't pretend to be against it. Understand? I know everything that your heart's desires. Yeah, it is, Gabe! Then I suddenly lowered the tone of my voice. My school life was very bleak. I know with my very body how foolish it is to waste such an important time in your lives. So to you, my juniors, I don't want you to live your lives like that. Be honest with yourselves. Chase your dreams. Fulfill them. I'll fulfill them for you. I will! It was this moment that values of men bridged generations. My Bada-san! I made the second half. Would it be kid-friendly, Gabe? Did I ever have a mentor who spoke my mind for me so strongly? This is basically what the first half of Higurashi is. The first half is basically this, and then the second half is what you saw. Everyone going insane and killing each other so strongly. Never! There was no way there was. No, like I asked. I wonder if anyone's watching the anime thanks to this stream. That's because of the man's lifetime. He'll only have 3 fateful encounters. That valuable first time was experienced at right this moment with these two. And you should stay for a bit, Gabe, because we're gonna introduce that character I mentioned soon. Not Oyashiro-sama, but someone else. It's fine then? Let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Game over. It was such an assertive declaration at the game's ending that everybody in the store turned and looked. It's been less than 3 minutes since I was on the verge of forfeit, and all of the spectators certain of my loss. Keiji-san, what happened? Who won? It was my complete victory. What did she say? Exactly how did you overcome that situation? There's no need to explain what happened. It was a gentleman's agreement. Right, guys? Yes, sir! Sir, yes, sir! The two of them, stifling tears of gratitude, answered strongly from the bottom of their hearts. Yes, yeah, Maroon, looks like since I had my meal, now I could play the game properly. Now I could read the book properly to you guys. And thanks to the cheers as always, right when I mentioned you. Exactly what kind of miracle occurred here? During those 3 minutes, the spectators all looked away from my utter disadvantage. You did it! You did it, Keiji-kun! Yay! The spectators were puzzled at how I was able to so quickly overcome that hopeless situation. That guy, is he able to control the spinner wheel with his eyes or something? Be the spinner wheel. It's a miracle! What devilry is this? Exactly, Maroon, yeah. Even at starting singing the song from that AFK song even would be a good sign. He's in cahoots with that Mion, you know. I think I showed you the Black and White's 2 version of those guys, right, Maroon? The one where you have to throw a keg of beer to progress and make a... just to get tribute to buy more stuff like buildings, miracles, toys for your creature. Oh my god, it's like, what? I mean, I do like it, but the problem is, it felt like it was just two different gameplays for your morality. Like, if you were good, you were playing like a city builder, like... Okay, I'm getting off topic. Let's continue. Yeah, that's how much I love that game. It makes me go off topic. There's no doubt he has some strange trick up his sleeve. Oh, he's in cahoots with that Mion, you know? There's no doubt he had some strange trick up his sleeve. I looked at the crowd, who wouldn't help but be excited. Out of the corner of my eye, now I'm fully awakened in battle mode. I let out a derisive laugh. But yeah, as I was saying, the good, like when you be good as a god in Black and White 2, it's basically like a city builder at that point, like Sim City, Pharaoh, Caesar, Dynasty, stuff like that. And evil is just basically what you expect from an RTS, Warcraft, Starcraft, that kind of stuff. Or Lords of the Realm, even though that's turn-based and the only RTS in that was invading territory. Alright, see ya, Gabe. Okay, so this is what it means to be serious, Mion. You took your sweet time. Barring our fangs at each other, we laughed together in an unsightly fashion. With this, all the club members have cleared the first round then. Which means this time is a match against everybody, a rematch. I've already decided what I'm going to buy with the prize money. That's only natural, right? It'll probably be in the second half. Sorry, I'm just getting a little too distracted with myself, Scenic. Satsuko and Ren smiled, sneered at each other. These guys. Do they really think they can win against Keiji Maibata when he gets serious? Yeah, and I had to get pizza myself, Maroon. Mion, that was a mistake. You really shouldn't have offered advice just now. What a mewling newborn you are. You're a million light years too early to think you can win against me. Mion, light years are a measure of distance. Oh, she's embarrassed. She's embarrassed. What are we doing, Mi-chan? How are the five of us going to face off? How? Well, now. We have such a splendid lineup. It would be such a waste to rush things. Hi, Ugats, how are you doing tonight? I should just let you know that I'm actually gonna stream the Verona Fills season on this Tuesday, just so you know, for The Sims 2. Me is saying something complicated again, and no, it's not gonna be a strange family this time, but a family seeking fortune. That's my hint for it. It couldn't be, why you? Mion's hair flew elegantly, almost like a cape as she turned her back to the table. But yeah, I'm good, just reading a book. As for today's contest, I Club President Mion Sonosaki will reserve judgment for now. The method and time are yet undecided. Yeah, it's every Tuesday as always at 7 to 10. No, 6 to 10. Oh my god. Okay, do not press control at all. What are we doing? Oh. Well, not. We have such a spend the lineup, it would be a waste to rush things. Me is saying complicated. Is saying something complicated again. It couldn't be. Why you? Mion's hair flow. Okay. Okay, as for today's contest, I Club President Mion Sonosaki will reserve judgment for now. The method and time are yet undecided. The more spectators, the better. It should be in front of everybody from Hinamizawa and Okinomiya. By then, we'll know the best way to finally settle things. Are you running away from this? This is too unfair, even for you. Mion-san. You newborn, do you not realize what has happened? The combative aura billowing out of Mion's body formed a barrier, stopping Satoko's advance. That totally doesn't sound like Mion at all. We'll meet again. Prepare yourself for inevitable defeat. With a shrill laugh, Mion left the store. After a moment of silence, the crowd erupted into cheers. When will they resume the contest? Mion's serious. The other members did great too. That new guy, Maibara. Okay, Maibara. He's got some strange power. He turned the tables in an instant. Maibara-san! You got to win! Yeah! I'll dunk someone like Mion headfirst into river Styx for ya. The part of the crowd that had apparently overheard the covenant between Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun and myself erupted into a cheer again. Mion's going to win anyways. She's the undefeated empress. I'm betting on Mion. It's going to be Rena with that ungodly speed. Satoko the trap artist. Rika the siren. It may be a long shot, but it will be Maibara. However, right now I had no ears for those cheerful voices, setting the stage for this huge match and then running away like that. I wasn't going to forgive Mion. Outside the store, Mion was getting on her bike as the shop owner was seeing her off. Don't run away, Mion. If you're club president, don't run. Fight me. Oh, sorry, Kei-chan. Right now, I've got to get my part-time job. Huh? Like you will see in a sketch comedy show, my legs slipped in an opposite direction until I was doing splits. Yeah. Part-time job. Really makes you think. While you were playing your game, Mi-chan received a phone call. It's too bad. It was just getting good too, not our lucky day. I'll be right back real quick. I'm gonna get a slice of pizza. Okay, back again. And thanks for the cheers as always. They're getting crushed at the sale over at my uncle's store. They don't have enough people to work the register, so he called me for help. When you say your uncle, does he manage a supermarket or something? It's just a small store, but... Thanks. Sorry, we have pizza. We just got pizza, so... I was AFK for a good bit. All the housewives swarmed in like locusts. Don't they have any Oh. Whenever you put stuff on special, all the housewives swarm in like locusts. Don't they have any common sense? Even though they don't have enough staff, they're selling cartons of eggs for 10 yen, limit 1 per customer. I was a little surprised. You would never think that this was the club president exuding such a dark aura inside the store just a short time ago. It was usual Mion right now, almost exasperatingly so. My shoulders slumped. That's right, and congrats on leveling up, Ugat. Club mode was over now, but it was really heated today. It was really fun. Mion, she really knows how to fire people up. Me too. I got so fired up my head started to tingle. Especially Kei-chan. That was scary. I thought he was going to eat me alive there. It's worked, so I guess there's nothing you can do. But it really is too bad. Yeah, indeed. I really want to continue this some other time. Any time is good. How about we do it at the Watanagashi festival? The Cotton Drifting 5 Demon firefight? That's right. I'll think about it. Right now, what were Rika-chan and Mion talking about? Watanagashi festival? Cotton Drifting 5 Demon what? Oh no, anything but Watanagashi! I love it when things turn out all over the top and manga-like. It'd be nice if we could have another thrilling club activity like this soon. She laughed with a smile that could make you feel refreshed just looking at it. At that moment, the shop owner came out carrying a paper bag. I wonder what it is. Is he giving it to us? Thank you everybody for today. Thanks to you, the event went really well. It's not much, but there's something for you guys. Hey, Uncle Yoshido? Yoshido? Isn't there still something for me too? My, quite an adorable one, is it not? When Satoko and Rika-chan opened up the bag, there were cute little stuffed animals inside. Wow, they're so cute! Can I take them home? I really can? Which means there's something for me too? Oh, I got a pretty adorable one. It was a stuffed toy wearing a beautiful dress. Ones you use to play house. Oh, I'm just having flashbacks, and I was just rereading the manga just today. Rereading or just skimming through the manga of this today. I was like, oh god, flashbacks. Rena's eyes were glued to my stuffed doll. Satoko was the same, man. Rika-chan too. Kei-chan got the one that fits him the least. How do I say this? I could say it's pretty or cute. I guess it's cute and pretty. I can admit it's adorable, but a doll that's with changeable clothes, it's eh. If you walked around with it, then you'd be treated as like a weirdo starting tomorrow, definitely. Oh, I wasn't even paying attention, Maroon. Mion didn't go that far. This wasn't something a guy like me should be carrying around. Mion was the only one who hadn't received a present, so I thought about giving it to her. However, after briefly considering, I gave it to Rena instead. Huh? You're giving it to me? To Rena? Thank you! Just protecting myself. If I didn't give it to Rena, then walking the street at night would be scary.
Foreshadowing. ASMR stream with foreshadowing.
No doubt, no doubt. Yeah, but I was talking about the doll. When I was reading about the doll, I thought about giving it to Mion, but it just didn't feel right. You know it. I sometimes wonder, why wasn't I born a boy? It's better that you're a girl. If you were a boy, I would have killed you already. You did in the previous game, KG? Oh, I see. You should kill me while you still can. If you don't, K-chan, you might not live to regret it. I'm not even reading the laughter. Because we just saw him killing himself and Neon and Red previously. Oh my god. Mio laughed after saying such an ominous line. Everybody laughed heartedly along with her. Ask God to make you a boy in your next life. He'll also have him make me a boy. And together, two of us will start with taking over the country as a warm-up. Yeah, exactly, Maroon, because we just saw that happen in KG killing Mion. The shop owner told her meekly. The lot of us looked like we were having a lot of fun, so it must have been hard to put a wet blanket on things. Later then, today was really fun. I'll see you later, guys. Tomorrow at school. Don't be late for work. Everybody waved their hands and watched Mion and left. Before I knew it, the sun was setting and the breeze carried a hint of chill. Should we play for a bit more in town? Or should we go home? The road gets scary when it's dark. Then I guess it's time to leave. We certainly caused a ruckus today. We certainly did, okay. Let's go home. The wind blew gently, as if to cool down those of us flushed with enthusiasm. The road back to Hinamizawa was long, but I really didn't mind. And just for Ugats to catch up, I'm in the second episode of this series, Ugats. Oh, that's right. Rena-san, you achieved an overwhelming victory, didn't you? When Rena gets like that, I'm sorry to say it, but there's no winning against her. It was because the cards were so cute. See? I bought them. How? Yep. Second life. Thank God it's not a half-life. Yeah. So I was referring to the ending when I kept saying like Keiji killed Mion. Just wanted to clear things up. Rika was the same as usual. When it comes to boys, it's like taking candy from a baby. It was an easy win. How much calculated, how much was natural? Oh my god, you know, it makes me think back to like during like the scene with Rika of being good at the fish game. Like, I still remember when I did my first stream on YouTube with Banjo and Kazooie. I was getting through like Rusty Bucket Bay, even though despite the few deaths I had, I remember saying, "You are really good at this game." I get scared when I think about how Rika will turn out in the future. Satoko-chan was amazing too. By the way, how are you liking my reading, Ugats? The way it ended was really exciting. It wasn't the sort of game where I should be complimented. Oh. Keiji, you also showed your fangs at the end there. Well, I guess. I see. At least this is something different from my other streams where I'm taking care of a family, shooting clone soldiers, giant bugs, or fighting off demons from various games like Diablo, showing in sneak peeks of Doom, Cyborg, aliens, all that kind of stuff. Just me reading a horror story for a good few hours. Well, I guess I'm the type of guy who's strongest when he's cornered. Tomita-san and the others seem to be cheering you on really hard. What was that about? He made some sort of promise with Tomita and Okamura. It's probably a secret. A secret? A secret? Yeah, indeed. Just hear me read a book like an audiobook. While giving some commentary on the side. How? I wonder what it is. I wonder. Sometimes for a man, there are times you can only understand one another by fighting. Desperately laughing, I frantically try to avoid the subject. After that, everybody continued to praise each other for how they defeated their opponents and reflected on how fun today was. Everybody look! The sunset is beautiful! Satoko even getting more excited, pointed, waiting where her finger indicated was an immense sunset. Oh my god, I've actually took a picture of it and posted it on Twitter as well. Yes, I do have a Twitter if you have one, Ugat. Waiting, her finger indicated was an immense sunset, casting even longer shadows of us on our bikes. The cries of the Higurashis were gentle and very comforting. Yeah, I'm sorry for all the delays in this chapter, you guys. What can you do? Dinner like that gets you excited. Who's Mion's uncle? So yeah, just like before, I'm gonna read the tips. Got an achievement as well. Let me set up this and set up a backup as well. Just in case something backfires on stream. Yep, sorry. I suddenly got called in up to my part-time jobs at my uncle's shop today. What's that? And thanks for cheers as always. What do you mean cheat day? No club today then? I know Jar Jar was talking about no cheating. Well, I'm sorry. Mion put her hands together in apology and grinned. God, I can't wait to just 100% Spiral 2 and 3 next year. Because I feel like they'll be perfect candidates for 2019, which will seem odd for adding a game from 20 years back on an all-time favorite list. But still, I think the Reignited stuff made the games a lot better, personally. But I wasn't cheating though, I still stuck to the page I was in. If you really want to do the club today, then you can always do it without this old man. The club locker is stuffed full with games. You can pick whatever. Oh yeah. Club locker was a trans-dimensional space from which Mion pulled games from whenever we met for club activities. Sounds like Soundwave from Transformers with his cassette tapes. God, I was really into Transformers as well when I was a fan of Higurashi back in 2008. That's another thing. Really takes me back. I wonder how so many games could be stored in a locker. It was even smaller than the one with the cleaning supplies in it. Besides those games, it was also a cornucopia of suspicious objects, costumes for punishment games. By the way, you missed the singing when I came back, Jar Jar. If we line them all up on the floor in order to sort them, they will definitely fill the entire classroom. Nah, we shouldn't. I get the feeling that if I mess around in the locker, everything inside will come tumbling down on me. Yeah, indeed. Maybe when I have like a steady, like I said, a steady income from the streams, maybe I could actually buy stuff from Subway, order stuff from Subway from now on as well. Yeah, I guess you're right. But yeah, like I was saying, for me, the remastered games for Spiral made the games a lot better compared to the originals. Guess I preferred the N64 too much. Maybe amateurs shouldn't meddle with this. Mion gave a hearty laugh, implying that the only one who could do so was the club president. Oh, it's alright. Who could do so was the club president. Me? Teacher's looking for the key to the gym storehouse. Do you have any idea where could it be? Eh? Did I not return it to the teacher's lounge? Mion said, feeling about in her pocket. Judging by her expression, she must planned it on returning it, but it was still in her pocket. Yeah, indeed. Like, today, like, I went from, like, checked my weight and was like 295 to 287. There you go. Like, that's how chubby I am. I know you had it, Mion-san. I knew beyond without a doubt that you simply must have been the one who had it. Plus, that way I don't have to gobble up a bunch of stuff for free. I was right too. Satoko and I were both right. Giggling, Satoko and Rika-chan clapped their hands together in celebration. You're annoying. Slap clap. Mion elbowed Satoko and Rika-chan in their heads, then headed for the teacher's lounge. Oh, right. Have you two heard? Mion has a part-time job, and that's why she's not coming to the club. Yeah, thank you, Jar Jar. Oh, is that so? I think the problem is for me is rationing, of course. That's so very droll of her. Me. Oh my god. I loved Rika because of her take on the anime, of how cute she was. Nana Desu, Nipa, me. She was that adorable for me when I was 16. Two of them made disappointing faces. Whatever anyone said, of course she's blue, but she looked more purple than me. Mion's club was always the number one thing I looked forward to when going to school. It wasn't hard to agree with her melancholic expression after hearing it wouldn't be happening today. So Mion's got a part-time job. I wonder what she's doing anyway. Whenever Mion canceled club, it was usually because of her job. However, it didn't seem like she went there every day. She would go there 2 or 3 days in a row, then not go at all for a while. Oh, what did you post, Maroon? Oh god, I remember those days with me and Homu. She would go 2 or 3 days in a row, then not go at all for a while. Oh, this is some Galeno and Voltec level argument here. It sounded like a pretty random part-time job. She isn't working at any one shop or anything? She isn't? Then does that mean she's a day laborer? Mion wearing socks and a helmet sweating to death in a factory. I couldn't imagine such a thing. Mion-san helps her uncle out whenever their employees go on vacations. She's like a handyman. Ah, I get it. Now that you mention it, her having a job at her uncle's place, I think I've heard about that before. She has a lot of uncles who run their own shops, so Mi is in a very high demand. Sounds like my relatives. I had a lot of great aunts and uncles before they all. I think they all passed away as of this decade. She had a lot of uncles who owned shops? A lot of them? Oh, you were unaware, Keiji-san? There are many relatives in Mion-san and Okinomiya who run their own stores. Huh. I didn't know that. So they're all different kinds? Yes. There's a bakery, a produce market, a ramen shop, and many other... Besides, the toy store we went to for the club the other day is one of them. I was dumbfounded. That's amazing. Is Mion-san family blessed with some kind of crazy business sense? They run so many different things. It's kind of amazing. There are others with a loan shark, a land shark, Andy Graham. Hello, Graham. No, I'm a dolphin. Okay, I couldn't help but reference that SNL skit. A land shark. Oh my god! I'm not gonna read that. What I'm saying is, they do lots of things. Okay, a couple weird things came up that time, but still, I could tell it was pretty extensive. So the reason she's so fussy about returning money she lent you is because the blood of loan sharks runs through her veins, huh? That explains that. Once I completely forgot to pay me back for the money she gave me to go shopping, and she threatened me to, saying that if I didn't return at all, she'd throw me into a red light district, and that would be the end of me. Rika-chan being sold into the entertainment industry to pay off her debts. Ah, my nosebleed. Dying by being thrown onto the ground must be the silliest form of death I've ever heard of. Which girl? Huh? She doesn't really get it, does she? Recently, she seemed so unspoiled. Rika-chan and I gave her a pat on the head. Why are you petting me? We're petting you because you're a good girl, Satoko. Satoko was lost in confusion, but she seemed to understand she was being made fun of. Wow, foreshadowing with Rika stuff. Like, that threat with Rika came into my mind. Can't resist doing that. Okay, let me save here. And start on chapter 2. Actually, let me get a slice again. Be right back. One more slice. I saw that cheer when I just came back into the room. I'm back again. Now let's get on with chapter 2. I wonder why afternoons always make you feel sleepy like this. Mion spoke in a voice that went so far as to make it whoever heard it lethargic. Thank you, Gats. You want a medical explanation for sleepiness? I could say it, but it'll make you more sleepy. God, spare me. It was almost 3 o'clock. 6th period was almost over. By the way, Satsuko and everyone else in the lower grades ended their school day after 5th period, so they were probably running around in the schoolyard right now. I could hear their joy-filled voices coming from there right now. Oh, what would I give to be able to join them? Mi-chan, you're the class representative, so you have to try harder. No going to sleep. You see, rather than the class representative, I'd rather be the president of the boxing club. They get to sleep a lot. Huh? What makes you think that? At the boxing gym, they're always hitting the sack, get it? Oh my god. Bam! The teacher cackled as she hit the back of Mion's head with the corner of the textbook. That's all for me. I'll leave it at that for today. Representative, please direct the class. Everybody stand up. Yeah, looks like it. At attention. Mion, who had been half asleep, became lively again at the moment she heard class was over. It must be delightful to be thus shrewd. Homeroom was done after the lower grades had finished their lessons, so we were free to go. It was one of those odd rules we had as a mixed grade school. When they knew class was over, Satsuko and Rika-chan returned to the homeroom. Good work today. Alright, it's time for Happy Fun Club activities. Yeah, that's right. What should we do today? Hey, Mi-chan, why don't we continue what we started today? Yes, we should do that. To have it ended like that when things are getting good, I won't accept it. Now. I know how you feel, but let's save that for another time. Something that shouldn't be done somewhere dinky like a classroom after school, but a grander stage. Does anyone here think that Mion, at least who saw the Onikakushi storyline I read, doesn't Mion sound a bit off right now? Like really off? I'm down whenever, but some of the younger guys said they'd watch me in the finals, so let me know ahead of time. Whoa, Keiji-kun, you're amazing. There's people cheering you on. I wonder if there's anybody cheering on Rena. I couldn't help but watch as Rena entered her pining maiden mode. Yeah, especially a lot of the other stuff mentioned. I'm not gonna pull any punches, but I'll pray for your victory, Rena. With a saccharine Keiji brand smile, I ruffled Rena's hair roughly. What? How? Keiji-kun, what are you? How? And for the curious, when G21 is gonna come around, I should mention, right when I finished my renown, leveling, and cooking rank, I don't think I could get like all the collecting the books for the other stuff. Just letting people know. Nisa's helping me with the person I was talking to during the Marvel live stream when I was placing the guild stone. Yeah, she's helping me train my cooking skills. Rena turned bright by getting the ingredients, of course. Turning red in short circuit, smoke billowing from both her ears. Gazing into her eyes, a strange scene of me holding hands with Rena and skipping through a flower bed was reflected there. KGX Rena OTP. Even if it was in somebody else's imagination, it was already terribly troubling. Meet Keiji, the Rena killer. When Rika-chan said that, everybody burst out laughing at once. That Rena is a Satoko and Rika-chan killer, though. Yeah, they did, along with Rest and First Aid and Campfire. It may be true that we can't win against Rena, but we won't lose to Keiji. And thanks for cheers as always, Maroon. I wonder if anyone else here figured out you could watch ads to get bits for free. Yeah, indeed, Ugat. Oh, this is becoming a pretty interesting relationship map. Our strengths kind of interact like a rock, paper, scissors. But that doesn't include Mion, does it? Of course not. It doesn't matter who it is, I won't lose. Mion leered with a gaze, befitting of a club president. No, befitting of an empress. The mood in the room became more lively. It was as good a moment as any to get started. Well now, let's get started nice and easy. Yeah, so then Mi-chan, what shall we do today? Today? Mio let out a small interjection as she rummaged through the so-called club locker. Every time I look, there's always a ton of things crammed in here. Everything that's jammed in that locker is a game of some kind, you know. On top of that, there things used for penalty games like cat ears and collars were kept in there. The capacity of that thing is unfathomable. That locker, maybe it actually extended through the walls into the fourth dimension. That's my theory anyways. Oh wait, this was before 1984. This was before 1984, so the Transformers weren't revived yet then. Or at least a year before. If not that, then how else could you explain how someone could pull out item after item? I'm sure you remember, you know that, Maroon, that a volcano erupted and it reactivated Teletran 1 and revived the Decepticons first. And then, out of Starscream's stupidity, it revived the Autobots then. After Mion touched her hand to her chin briefly in thought, she turned around without pulling any games. Why don't we try and keep it a bit simple today? Playing games that require a lot of pieces all the time can be a little bland, right? It doesn't matter what game it is, if everybody plays together, we can have fun. Ah, I see. Yeah, that's right, that's right. Rena and I both express our agreement. God, that's the thing, Maroon. There were two things I liked back in 2008. Oblivion aside, there was for entertainment. There was Higurashi and Transformers, like the '80s series. Mainly thanks to the Michael Bay movie from 2007. I feel the same way. With this group, there's no doubt, even if we were pulling weeds from the school grounds, it would be fun. That would have been fun for me. Pulling weeds or whatever. Ah, that's right, isn't it? By the way, Satoko, could you stop reading people's mind by looking at their expressions? Whatever you're thinking is always written all over your face. So I always know right away. I've been told that, but ever since I transferred, it seems like it's been especially bad. I need to develop a poker face or I could be in for a rough time. Yeah, then next year I got into Clannad for entertainment-wise and a bunch of old movies like Logan's Run and Office Space, and for games it was Toho. Alright, everybody pay attention. I'm going to explain the rules. We all immediately cut the idle chatter and put on stern expressions. In no time at all, everybody gazed, focused like a tiger or a shark, listening intently. That's right, from the point where the rules are explained, the match has already begun. Today's game is probably better known as a party game. It's called Sympathy. Has anybody heard of it before? Sympathy? It means to share someone's feelings, right? Huh? Maybe I might know this. Ichan, maybe it's the game where we choose a topic and everybody writes down the first word that comes to mind. And more people who share the same answers the more points are awarded. In that case, Rena knows about it. Ah, I remember. I recall playing a game like that in grade school when we were on a bus during a field trip. I'm not familiar with this game. I never played it. My times in grade school were a bit odd. Because I think I mentioned this before, in my in my homeroom in I'd say 1998 to 2002, we had old DOS computers during our free time, so it was always a bunch of educational games. That's probably why I have a soft spot for them today. Probably would, if I ever had kids, I'm not saying I would, but yeah, that would be, I would show them educational games like Putt Putt, for example. I'm not familiar with this game. I would like an explanation. First of all, we have the leader to choose a topic. An example, if they choose dessert. Brownies just came into my mind. Tatsuko-chan, when somebody says dessert, what's the first thing you think of? Let's see here. Pudding or something? Okay, in that case, Satsuko, you would write down pudding on your memo pad. Ice cream. And everybody reveals their answers at the same time. If there's 2 or more people who wrote down pudding, they get points. Yeah, I guess we're gonna be responding to the topics here. Oh, I don't like cheesecake. They get points. The more people write down the same answer, the more points are awarded. So if everybody writes down the same answer, there's a max of 5 points. In other words, the trick is to think so that what you write down is the same answer as everybody else. Hi Natalie, how are you doing tonight? I see you online on my friends list watching me. It was exactly as Rika-chan said. The point of this game was to think in a way so that you would have the same answer as everybody else. For example, even if you heard the word dessert and immediately thought of strawberry sundae. Are you excited for Tuesday, by the way? Hi Deathly, how are you doing tonight? If your answer doesn't match up with everybody else, you don't get any points. That's why you have to hold off on that answer and change to one that seems like everybody else would choose. I'm good, just reading the second volume to Higurashi. The key becomes not what you think yourself, but being able to predict what everybody else will answer. It's a very high intellectual game. Me, for Satoko's sake, let's try practicing for one round. Okay, for this round, seeing as I'm club president, the leader will be me, alright? The topic can be something random. Taking out her literature textbook, she began flipping to a random page. Alright then, this is only a practice round. The first topic is shaved ice. Only thing I could think of is ice, ice, baby. We say shaved ice. There's only one answer, isn't there? Among the standards of shaved ice, there's strawberry, melon, and blue Hawaii. The most popular of those is obviously melon. I didn't think it was some sort of thing. Okay, then. I have such a very weird thought process. Everybody write down an answer. And everybody shows theirs at the same time, okay? Ready, go. Strawberry, melon, Uji Gintoki. Uji Gintoki. Hopefully I pronounced that right. Strawberry, strawberry. What? I'm the only one with melon? You guys, don't go doing something so mundane as picking strawberry as the standard. Hey Rena, would you actually order strawberry shaved ice? The first thing that always sells out at summer festivals is always melon, isn't it? Rena also likes melon flavor, but really it's all about strawberry, right? Right? Hey Chan, if I was to pick, I would actually choose melon. You see, this is a word association game. If somebody says shaved ice, the first thing you think of is strawberry. I'm not entirely convinced, but in any case, it's this type of game. I was just thinking, ice, ice, baby. Rico, what exactly did you write? Is that type of shaved ice? It's Uji Gintoki. It's incredibly delicious, you know. Well, it might be delicious, sure, but it's not exactly run-of-the-mill. Still, that's a pretty refined choice. Satoko, did you get a good idea? There are 3 people who wrote down strawberries, so those people get 3 points. We must compete to see who can get the most. And congrats on leveling up, definitely. Yeah, I've got it. More importantly, Mion-san, what shall we do about today's penalty game? Ow. There's going to be one after all. What would it be? What would it be? I see. What should it be? Kei-chan, you have a suggestion? What, for a penalty game? When I was in elementary school, there was a penalty game, yeah. It could only be that. Shelping? Scalping? In other words, that thing where the loser has to carry around everybody else's baggage? You're welcome. It happened often to the boys. Elementary school kids walking around completely covered in backpacks. You see it a lot. But how would we do that? Satoko-chan and Rika-chan's houses are complete opposite direction from ours. And how about the loser carries just the winner's stuff to their house? Getting everybody's stuff to their house would involve covering a pretty sizable distance. Oh yeah, just that much. Might be alright. Somehow today's penalty game is pretty simple. With a penalty game of this level, and thanks for cheers as always, Maroon. Jeez, how much is there even a limit to how much ads you can watch in a day now? Because I kept sending a lot to Lucky as well. It wouldn't even be fun to make Keiji-san do it. Then shall we rise the stakes a bit? And we shall raise the stakes, not just plain porter. Ta-da! How about we have someone shelp or schlep? How do you pronounce that? Stuff around just like in this. What? Why a maid outfit of all things? How? It's cute and all, but no way! But you see, what do we do if Keiji-san loses? My god, imagine him wearing a maid outfit. If we don't have a size that fits him. Oh, I didn't let that little detail get by. I have a nice XL one prepared just for Kei-chan. So Kei-chan, are you ready? I'm going to have you walk around outside dressed up as a maid. From the headband to the garter belt. Oh my god! Even the underwear. Oh my god. I've got it all prepared for you. I was wondering if you had anything that matched your picture. Not sure, Maroon. This is insane. Why do you have every possible size of that type of thing in that locker? This is bad, Keiji Maibara. Somehow, it's become a situation where only my failure results in an overly cruel price to pay. What if I make a mistake and lose? I wouldn't be able to walk around in broad daylight anymore. Oh, ma'am, about that Maibara boy. Did you hear about him? He seems like he had a penchant for cross-dressing. Oh my god! The only thing I can think of is hearing the Lumberjack song by Monty Python. I cut down trees to skip and jump. Okay, I don't want to sing that right now. Oh my, really? That'd be so embarrassing. You know, oh. Nah! That's way too harsh. That's just incredibly brutal. If we're to return this penalty to some semblance of normalcy, now's the only time. I see. I'm pretty sure Maroon's just gonna post a link of that song anyway. Everybody, I think we should refrain from this unwholesome penalty game. Why on the way back home from school? Do we have to be accompanied by a girl wearing a maid uniform and carrying our baggage? Having them say, having them say master when dragging them around the village in such an embarrassing outfit. Wait, why am I panting? What is this? It's feeling welling up inside me. Yeah, and definitely, at least it doesn't sound... Yeah, hang on. Hey, let's just make it a normal penalty game. But hey, definitely, at least it doesn't sound emotionless when you're reading something. Wait, hey, let's just make it a normal penalty game. Wait, Keiji-kun has frozen stiff. Boom! Burning with passion, I firmly placed my hand on Rena's shoulder. Rena, there is no problem with the penalty game. I just have to win. That's right, everybody. I turned to everybody with the idiotic grin, my pearly white flashes flashing with a brilliant gleam. Oh, Kei-chan, you've come around to the idea, eh? No matter what the penalty game is, there's no reason to be afraid. You just have to win. Right, everybody? Yeah, yeah. Yeah! It's gonna get...
Natalie, it's gonna get scary later on. ASMR.
Did you actually hear that, me whispering? From Mion to Rika, everybody energetically thrusts their fist up high. Only Rena seemed somewhat undecided, standing there looking flustered. She's a little bit slow, isn't she? If she wins, even for Rena, it would be quite a delectable opportunity.
Okay, hey Rena, this is an ASMR stream right now for a quick few seconds.
That's alright. Kinda makes sense why I would play it during the nighttime, Ugats. Hey Rena, don't you see this is a pretty big opportunity? No, it's just psychological, Ugats. There's no jump scares in this. Just the first half is cute, so you're lucky so far. Rika-chan or Satoko-chan in a maid outfit, coming right to your doorstep. This is a historically great chance, isn't it? Sploosh. Rena began spouting a fountain of blood, oh my god, from her nose. You'll see who are spooky. Are you actually laughing at my commentary or just the text? The look in her eyes completely changed. She shifted into cute mode. I was waiting for this, Rena. That look in her eyes. How? To my doorstep? It's not like Keiichi-kun or Mi-chan wouldn't be good too. How? Oh. Alright. It looks like everybody's prepared themselves. Get your memo pads ready. First question ready? Mion opened up her textbook to a random page and read out a word that caught her eye. First topic is summer break. Swimming. That's what comes to mind. This is yet another quite abstract keyword. Well then, let's not worry about it too much and start up with something like this. Everybody good? Time to show them. Ready, go. On Mion's signal, everybody simultaneously hold up what they wrote. Let me check when Watanagashi came out. I know the first one came out in 2002. Oni Kaikushi. Oh, the same year, 2002. That's surprising. 2002, then the third one would be 2003, fourth one. 2004. That would be funny if I like the fourth one just because it was released in 2004. Let's see, what did everybody write? Oh, but I used to swim a lot when I was a kid myself. Summer Festival. I mean, the Steam version does have this updated artwork, but I'm sticking to the original. Because why not? Summer Festival, fireworks, mosquito coils. Oh, Rena and I have the same answer. Alright, 2 points. Satsuko's fireworks was pretty good too. Rika's mosquito coil is a very nice seasonal choice as well. All the choices are quite invigorating. It's almost summer break, isn't it? I wonder how we'll spend it this year. I'll probably just go to the gym, swim a lot, because that's what I like to do since I was a kid. Swim in the swimming pool during summer programs, like Boys and Girls Club. Invigorating words that invoke the image of summer break. Certainly things that enrich the soul. As everybody approaches the soon-to-come summer breaks, a plethora of dreams should be etched upon their thoughts. Oh, I should mention, I even used to go to swimming pools as well, or water parks as field trips as well, which is always fun. Especially one in Indiana. Yeah, taking a few-hour trip to Indiana from Chicago to a small town in Indiana. By the way, KG-san, what did you answer? Hurry up and show us. I didn't really write down anything that great. No. Showing us is a part of the rules. Now, come on. Yeah, indeed, Maroon. Ah, stop it. Don't look. Homework. The room went silent. Nobody could really follow up that response. I have no idea what that says. Deftly. It's as if my impertinent answer had somehow sullied the wonderful dreams of the coming summer break. I see. Oh my god, I even remember watching movies as well, like the second Pirates of the Caribbean movie. Yeah, it is, actually. It is a it actually adapted into a manga and anime, even to a live-action series. Keiji-kun's summer breaks were never fun, were they? It's alright. Let's spend the summer this year with everybody. We won't leave you by your lonesome. Rika-chan gently patted my head. What did summer break exactly mean to me? Summer courses? Observing sunflowers? Practice exams? Special summer focused seminars? I know nothing of hot summers. Because I've always been in an air-conditioned crammed school. Ah, the tears, they... Kei-chan's summer breaks were always devoid of hopes and dreams, weren't they? What? Don't look at me with such a pity in your eyes. Don't look at me! This game called Sympathy may be more terrifying than I could ever imagine. Well, anywho, Ren and I get 2 points each. Let's get going. Next is fish. Bass. Because the only thing I can think of with bass is bass from Mega Man. So it's fish. Come to think of it, I haven't eaten sushi in a while. By the way, rather than lean tuna, there you go, Maroon. I'm quite the connoisseur on things like flounder. I wonder who I'll match with this answer. Did you know you actually needed? I've heard you need like a certified person to make puffer fish food. I wonder who I'll match with this answer, because for a Japanese person, I see. Anyone would think of this. Alright, everybody. This time we'll start from mine. Ready? Go. Yeah, she posted a lumberjack song. Sushi. How about that for an answer? When you see a lively fish, do you want to steam it or grill it? Well, to have fresh sashimi is an epitome of cuisine. Yeah, indeed. Yeah, not just the spike. Insights could actually kill you. I've actually learned about that when I tried taking Japanese classes. The only thing I've learned out of it is pronouncing stuff in Japanese properly, so that's where my pronunciation of Pokemon kicked in. I'll choose the more amiable term in sushi as my cunning ploy. But contrary to the intrepid resolve of my reply, everybody's expression was listless. Oh, that's right. When you say fish, I see. Sushi is tasty, isn't it? What? Stop talking to me in a consoling tone. Stop it! Oh my god, I'm hearing everyone screaming outside of my room. It's like, what's going on? Well then, should the rest of us show our answers? Ready? Go. Dolphin, whale, aquarium. Oh god, KG. I think he's lost. Rika and I have the same answer. That's 2 points. Rena picked whale, eh? I thought about that too, but I ended up picking dolphin. Ah, really? Rena wanted to write dolphin at first, but aren't dolphins technically mammals? Correct me if I'm wrong. You know, why is Magikarp the best Pokemon? But Rena didn't think anybody else would write it. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, kind of like the extinct Ichthyosaurus. It lives underwater, but it's technically a reptile, kind of like the Plesiosaurus. Either one of them is very cute. Everybody, excluding me, stopped and stared at me blankly as their thoughts drifted over the horizon. It seems like they can hear the roar of the open sea from over there. This means everybody has 2 points. Well, everybody but Jesus Christ, KG-san. I'm gonna feel bad for him, honestly. KG-kun's answers are worth 0 points, but Rena thinks they were very unique and interesting. Interesting. Sorry, Siri just went off. To immediately think of food when you hear the word fish. K-chan, you really should be ashamed of how destitute your soul is, huh? What? Don't say something like my soul is destitute! Besides, what's with Mio and Rena answers anyway? I see. Those aren't even fish. Those are mammals. Ah, right. I forgot whales are also mammals themselves. Objections overruled. Next. What a horror game this is today. As the games pile on and on, it seems that if I will be further exposed as a petty human being, I'm the only one who still hasn't earned any points. I want to at least get a point in the next round. Alright, the next topic is Sakura. This time I'll do it. Trying to think of something. Card capture Sakura? Sakura? Keep your cool, KG Maibata. Maibata. Trying to get that right. Don't you think what you would normally think? Everybody else here is a girl. Stop thinking like a man. You could write down Sakura Mochi. here. He'll only be repeating the tragedies of the past. Oh my god, Cage, you like that needle in one of them? Throw away the gastrocentric male sensibility. Just think of yourself as a girl. Oh my god, you are a grill. You are a girl. I am a girl. Head tilt. Everybody finish writing? Let's do it. Keiji-san, if you don't start getting points right now, won't it be a bit dangerous? This time it's perfect. I've completely suppressed my own instincts. This time I will have a match. No, I will make it match. Keiji-kun, you seem pretty confident about this one. You see, this time, Rena, thought like a boy so I could match up with your answer. Sakura Mochi. I like them too. I wrote it down. Rena and Rika giggled together. Ooh, dude. Now's not the time to think that with your stomach. Well then, did Keiji-san write the same answer as me? I put down Hanami. That's right. You say Sakura, it just has to be Hanami, right? I wrote that down too. Mio and Satoko's response were Hanami. Hanami? Seriously? That's the kind of event where old geezers getting drunk and doing all sorts of depraved things is the standard, isn't it? Why of all times did you decide to abandon answering from a girl's point of view? Well then, Kei-chan, what sort of girly response did you write down? It's nothing. Let's move on to the next topic. Moving on. Before I knew it, Rika circled up behind me and intently reading the memo I had hidden behind my back. Hardmaster Sakura is written down here. That's what I was thinking! Jeez. It became dead quiet. The abrupt silence enveloped the room. It would be fine if somebody at least laughed at me or played it off as something dumb. But nobody even flinched. The feeling in the pit of my stomach had reached critical mass, causing my once blood-drained face to flush with a sudden wave of heat. Sakura, you mean? It can only mean Cartoon Master Sakura, can it? It's a super popular anime that broadcasts every week on the government-run networks. It's broken through to every demographic from little girls to grown men. Yeah, indeed. You haven't seen it, haven't you? No, you've definitely seen it. Even I've seen it. Yeah, even without the forced explanation, I know about it. It's that thingy where she fights in a different costume every week, right? Yeah, I know. I know. Yep. It's cute, isn't it? Rena sometimes browses through it all in the magazine stand to keep up with the story. I saw it for the first time recently. Sakura is cool and so cheerful all the time. I like that girl who's always filming with the camcorder. It's not just popular with little girls, but surprisingly well received by older boys, isn't it? Do you think that Kei-chan was one of those? I felt that I had inadvertently blurted out something unnecessary and had completely self-destructed, but that wasn't the main problem. So you know all about it, don't you? Why didn't you write it down? Sakura means Sakura Kinomoto. Sakura-tan. Cardmaster Sakura is the right answer! Humph. Eon quietly put her hand on her shoulder. Kei-chan, now I am certain. Kei-chan, you are, to your very core, a geezer. Irrevocably so. Yeah! Why is everybody looking at me with those eyes filled with pity? That's not true, Keiji-kun, okay? Let's do our best. Here's where the comeback begins. There's no coming back for Keiji-san, the geezer. Now give up quietly and accept your penalty. What was today's penalty game again? Oh my god! Dressing up as a maid, complete with hairband and garter belt, while carrying around the winner's stuff. Oh my god, I'm having too much fun right now. Alright. If you're real members of the club, show me you won't let anybody come back from this disadvantage. Alright, let's keep it rolling. Oh my god, if I was playing the FPS, I would be spazzing my mouse around to just show that. Oh my gosh, she even posted it as well. Oh, Keiji-kun seems happy. Why, how can this be? He's probably awoken to the joys of cross-dressing. I cut down trees, I skip and jump. I like to press wallflowers. I put on women's clothing and hang around in bars. Oh my god. I cut down trees, I wear high heels, suspenders, and a bra. I wish I'd been a girly, just like my dear mama. Oh my god! Okay, I'm done now. Keiji-kun, your headband's going to fall off. Let me fix that for you. I think I scared someone off with that song. Oh my god. Rena cheerfully adjusted the headband that had been enshrined upon my head. How does it feel, Kei-chan? Have you awoken to the pleasures of wearing girls' clothing in front of actual girls? Be honest now. It's alright. Wait, what? Definitely? Yeah, it just went from 9 to 8. Oh my god, we won't. Be honest now, we won't laugh. Urgh, you jerk, I'm gonna murder you. Swinging Mion's bag about wildly, I chased her around in circles for a bit. Today's loser was quickly decided to be me. When I had been assured of finishing last, Mion showed her true powers. She began racking up points with an iron fist. In the end, he didn't even add up the score to who was on top. After that, in the changing room, with much wailing and gnashing of teeth, pushing the boundaries of shame and brutality, I was instructed by Mion on how to put on everything from ribbons to underwear. Oh my god! Oh, what do you mean knowing this will come in handy one day? How would a man knowing how to put on a garter belt would be useful? Shh! Kei-chan, you're too loud. If you stay quiet, you might be able to pass off as a rehearsal for a play. For a day? Jeez, I wanted to see if someone could actually push the limit like Maroon does. That's right. If I cause a scene here, they'll find out I'm wearing women's clothing right down to the unmentionables. Roll! I'm even striking poses as well during this. I shuddered from head to toe, resisting the urge to scream. Not again. Actually, Kei-chan, You have really smooth skin. Are you often told that it's easy to apply makeup on you? Saying that, Mion gently rubbed my cheek. Whoa, what kind of man gets praise for being easy to apply makeup on them? Sorry, I was pressing control to open a new tab and then it skipped a couple texts. How does it feel wearing a maid's headband? It really finishes off the look. The hairband is the best part of the maid outfit after all. What do you mean, finish off the look? Stop teasing me. Keiji-kun is embarrassed. Cute. That's right, men like things like garter belts, right? So how does it feel wearing one yourself? I don't really feel anything. Hey, stop it. Don't flip it up. It's tight, isn't it? You feel it oh my god, against your skin as you walk? Stop. Nani? Don't oh my god! Enjoy your meal, Natalie. Don't whisper such strange things in my ear. Stop. Don't. How? My miserable manhood suddenly shifted. Eek! You're turning red. You're turning red. Have you finally realized it? That's right. Right now, Kei-chan is exactly the type of maid to have every healthy male wants. Thanks for your cheers, definitely. I really appreciate that. Stop it, Mion. Really? Why do you have to whisper that right in my ear? Have you ever just wanted to hold a maid close to you? Oh my god, I'm just tempted to skip this. Kei-chan, you currently become one with that maid. Don't you see? That's a strange distance that closer than mere touch can ever achieve. There. Can't you hear that pulse that... Mi-chan, that's how... On the verge of overheating, a long red line flowed out. Oh my god! Out of Rena's nose. Putting on that makeup properly, making you wear a wig with the straight long hair you like so much. Kei-chan, I made you into your ideal woman. Right now, you're going to walk around in town with me. You'll be sure to monopolize the eyes of all the men. That will definitely make you feel really good, wouldn't it? Oh my god, you're trying to make him a trap? If only you have this bag. Have this big thing dangling. Between... If only you didn't have this big... dangling between your legs, you'd be a real girl. Saying that... Oh god, just end already. She tried to lift my skirt. Wah! This is definitely not the time. I can't let them see me with this male-centric problem. Crash, thud. Before I realized it, Rena was caressing my head and rubbing me with her cheeks. Keiji-kun, when you were fidgeting like that, you were super cute. I'm going to take you home, Chikairi. Why am I saying Japanese words now like a weeaboo? Like, it takes me back to when I was younger. Peering through Rena's vice-like embrace, I saw Mion laying spread eagle on her back. I see. This must be what Satsuko and Rika-chan feel like when they become Rena's prey. After that, it took some time to calm Rena down from her frenzy. Is it over yet? Later, Kei-chan. Today was super enjoyable. You'll rule the day, Mion. This disgrace shall be returned tenfold. Oh, okay. I'll achieve an overwhelming victory, then condemn you to a public shaming. Yeah. Only if you can beat me. I look forward to seeing you try. Mion tossed me my clothes. And looking in as good a mood as I've ever seen her, left. Okay, now that I've been released by Mio, I can't waste a second running home. Yeah, dude. By the way, Rena is as good as me-chan. So if we're going to happen to bump into anybody, I won't be able to follow up for you, okay? Soon after that, I went into a full-out dash. I'm pretty sure I was running the 100-mile in about 6 seconds there. 100 meters, I think. Well then, Keiji-kun, see you tomorrow. Yeah, see you tomorrow. The fact that I didn't bump into anybody I knew was probably divine favor for my constant good behavior. It's been going my way today. At that moment, the front door as if somebody was waiting for me. Oh, Keiji, you're home? I was just about to go for a walk. I was dumbstruck by how slow my father was to react. A normal person would have realized the peculiar scene for them around. Oh, Keiji? Dad? You know that club I'm always talking about? This is one of penalty games we do there. It just so happened I lost today. My dad placed his hand on my shoulder. It was an oddly moist and uncomfortably warm hand. Keiji, let's have a little talk in my studio. Don't keep it a secret from Mom, of course. No, Dad, let go. There's a show I want to watch right now. Mion, you shall rule the day. His artistic flame raging like wildfire. My dad dragged me along. I disappeared into the depths of the studio. Okay. Keiji, are you home? Oh, you were in the bath. Is that makeup remover? More importantly, what's the matter? Sorry, I have a headache and don't think I can make dinner tonight. I'm terribly sorry, but can you go out to eat with your dad? My mom is a go-get-em superwoman at work, but occasionally takes a toll on her health. So this kind of situation is hardly a rarity. That's fine, but what will you eat? If it's just for myself, I can probably find a way to scrounge something together. Take care. Keiji! We'll take the car, so hurry up. Dad quickly got the car ready. Is this the part where I think this is gonna be? She only moves so energetically when it's time to eat. He only moves when it's so energetic it's time to eat. Sorry to keep you waiting. So where are we going to eat? I recently found a nice store. Let's go there. My dad only complains about things for him to actually praise something that is unexpected. I wonder what kind of place is that he'd rank it 3 stars. Looks like you're going to do. What's that supposed to mean, Maroon? As the one who seeks the way of the gourmand, I, Keiji Maibara, am genuinely intrigued. The headlights of the car cut throughout the early darkness of the Hinamizawa night. Oops. Carving a straight path towards town. I was pondering where such a gem of a restaurant could be hidden away. It was shockingly the family restaurant right by the station. Dad, that great restaurant you were talking about, was this? The words angel. Oh, here we go. That character I was talking about. Were written on the very restaurant, family restaurant, as cartoonish logo. It had an air of a girl-oriented all-you-can-eat cake buffet rather than a proper restaurant. Ah, I see. Maroon, I do not have any Alloon's outfit. Like, oh god. You've never been inside, Keiji? Come to think of it, I hadn't. There must there might be there's been sometimes where I've traveled to faraway towns to eat. I know I sound uncomfortable. I know I'm sounding uncomfortable with how was hearing cross-dressing, but no joke, there was someone who got offended over that with that feeling over it. Like, geez, I'm sorry that I don't like that kind of idea. But returning only as far as Okinomiya Station, there was really no reason to dine out. Home was just a stone throw away after all. I see. That was the reason I never noticed it before. We stopped the car in a restaurant parking lot. It's like it seems like business is booming. There's quite a few cars parked there. But what really amazes me are the license plate. There's a lot of them that can't be from this area. Yeah, just because I just find cross-dressing uncomfortable. With how society is today, what do you expect? Fukuyama, Nagoya. Oh, that's fine. Chiba, Saitama. No. It was someone from like years back in Mobby. Opening up my mental geography book, I calculated how long it would have been to get here via the major highways. Keiji, it seems that you finally realized how amazing this restaurant is. Yeah, what's the meaning of this? How can so many people travel from so far away just to come up to this restaurant? Following my dad, I climb up the steps and enter the building. The bell attached to the door clattered as we entered, and the waitress soon greeted us. After confirming our party size and whether we wanted a smoking or non-smoking seat, she guided us inside. I know it's also illegal as well to have a smoking seat tables at this day and age, but even to this day, I'd say like, oh, like 5 non-smoking, like that's a habit that's been engraved to my head for the rest of my life. Dad ordered 2 of the daily specials. It seems they were ready-made. So there wasn't much of a wait at all until our meals were brought to us. The taste was, no offense to Dad, not so different from your run-of-the-mill family restaurant. If you're just talking about the taste, it seems like a normal family fare. Who cares about the taste, KG? See? Isn't it great? I see. It may be that the food here might be nothing more than average. The demographic of the customers was pretty much all young men. It may call itself a family restaurant, but there wasn't a single table of a family. Yet it was packed. The parking lot was filled with cars from all corners of the country. If they didn't come from far and wide to eat this completely mediocre food, there's only one other reason. Dad flagged down a nearby waitress. Hey, excuse me, the dessert that comes with the meal still hasn't come yet. Oh, that can't be. Is that Mion? Even though I clearly know. Let's check out her updated look. I got a screenshot. That's adorable. That's an adorable face. Oh, I'm so sorry. There's a dessert that comes with daily combo A. I've been waiting for quite a while. Oh, it's my apologies. I'll bring it right away. The apparently rookie waitress rushed off flustered. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna post it on Steam. Dad, could it be that this restaurant is Japanese Hooters? Aren't they great? The waitress uniform here, I mean. Exactly. Bam. What are you doing, KG? My own father never hit me. I'm your son. Listen, KG, I've never come here with impure intentions. That Bellin Attarante and extra ski clothing, well, a fay. It is my artistic muse. I wanted you to feel that. Even if you must yearn for the stimulation. Haven't you? Coming here alone, though this is embarrassing. You understand. That's why I dragged you down here. Just blame me. Even if you must condemn me. I wanted you to know this feeling, KG. I need to take a leak. My father has always had a bad habit of trying to hide his embarrassment using incomprehensible nonsense as a smoke screen. I want to believe this weirdness won't be genetic. Continuing this one-sided rambling, my father stood up and headed to the washroom. With him gone, I was left alone in the booth. Finally, at this time, a feeling of embarrassment welled up inside me. I had nothing to do with this go beat red with shame. The waitress from before returned her eyes, alternating between the order slip and the table. I want to see how it looks in the updated version. This Mion is a cutie. Arriving at my seat, she hesitantly tried to say something. A more veteran waitress offered some advice from over her shoulder. Yeah, it does! That's what I've been saying as well! Just calm down and say sorry for the wait. Terribly sorry for the wait. Yeah, I think I'm having too much fun. Right, just like that. Do your best. Whispering that into her ear, the veteran waitress left. The waitress must have just been hired. With an absolute lack of confidence, she moved hesitantly, and maybe even somewhat perilously, just watching her put me on the edge. I silently watched as she placed the dessert on the table with an inexperienced hand. But it's just as Dad said, what incredible uniforms these are. They're like bunny girls. Yeah, they even have to blur it out as well. Most certainly, part of dubiously charming kind of fashion. In any case, she in no way appeared to be a proper waitress. What should I do? I was catching a glimpse of too many things. That is, I didn't know where should I even look. Wearing something like that around the restaurant is just as bad as it could be for digestion. Even though she was wearing the outfit, this particular waitress had no idea what to do either. This flustered state, without a doubt, should be attributed to the amount bare skin showing, rather than to being new to the job. Both the waitress and I usually avoided eye contact. What a platonically embarrassing feeling this is. I'm a customer, you know. It's alright to be more straightforward. Oh, my nose are starting to bleed. God. Oh my god, KG. At that moment, our eyes happened to meet. Both of us blinked, doubting who we were looking at. Why did I do that? What? This is... Mion, is that you? Eh? I think it's supposed to be like a euphemism for sexual arousal. What do you expect? It was made by, I think it was made by a two-man team at the original artwork. On top of her hair being let down, she was so far removed from the usual confidence-filled attitude. I didn't realize it was her at all. It was Mion. Why is she here? Why are you working at a place like this? And congrats on leveling up deftly. I'm helping out at my uncle's store. To think of it, I did hear her talk about how her relatives have a store in town. And that she sometimes works part-time to help them. Oh, that must be a lot of work. The nervous feeling I had dissipated in an instant. When this was Mion, there was no reason to feel this way. Well, actually, my animal instinct tells me that the power balance between Mion and myself have turned upside down. That's right, I'm a customer. My position is superior to hers. You're welcome. The humiliation from today's penalty game was cutting through the recesses of my mind. There really is a god. For him to grant me this opportunity for revenge. Noticing the flames of vengeance burning in my eyes, Mion took a step back. But seeing like this type of clothing suit, very nice. Type of clothing suits you very nicely, doesn't it? It's embarrassing, so don't look so much. I confirmed my preemptive strike was a clean hit. There's no mistaking that Mion is currently defenseless. Yep, indeed. Or is it Mion? While confirming my attack was successful, I simultaneously lined up my combo. Mion, you have pretty big knockers. It seems like they're ready to spill out even right now. All the customers are definitely looking at you. Don't say that. Don't play coy with me. I know that you enjoy drawing all the male attention with that embarrassing getup. I mean, if you didn't, there's no way you dress up like that. It's not like I'm doing this because I like to. Is it alright, Keiji Maibara? Aren't you taking this a little bit too far? Even if it's payback for that humiliation during the day, isn't it too much? Hey, be quiet, Logic. The payback Mion tenfold is a chance you'll hardly ever forget. Wearing this kind of getup, your mother must be disappointed. That part where you could just see something is the best. Come closer. Eek, please stop. You still lack the spirit of service towards your customer. Please forgive me. Oh, Mochikari. I want to take you home. No, not that! Entering a version of Rena's cute mode bloods me. Oh god, from my nose is like a waterfall. I was going until I had no regrets. I was going to complete this verbal humiliation revenge for today's event. Yep, I'll spare you the rest today. How? It seems that Mion's neural circuits have completely shorted from the embarrassment. I might have teased her a little too much, or so I thought, but such a meek Mion is something you hardly see, so this was good for now. Leaving aside what was exactly good, I never knew to think that the high and mighty Mion would have such a hard time being a waitress. That's wrong. This is such a surprising side of you. I want to show this meal to the meal from this show this to the meal from this afternoon. Actually, I want to show it to Rena and the others. Rena will definitely flip out with joy. Do you think she'll say something? She'll say she wants to work here? That's wrong. I could never imagine in my wildest dream that such a cute outfit would suit you, Mion. I'm saying that's wrong. While turning bright red, Mion finally spit out the words that were lodged in her throat. What do you mean? That's wrong. I'm not Mion. Say what? What? I was taken aback at Mion's confusing words. If you're not Mion, then who are you? You're Mion Sonosaki, right? I'm sorry. I should have said this earlier, but my name is Shion Sonosaki. That's the girl I was talking about frequently. She's also one of my favorite characters as well, along with Rika and Rena. Gotta love that hair down, though. Seriously, she's a cutie in the updated work. Dun dun dun! Mion is my older sister. My eyes unconsciously widen with surprise from the brazenly crazy talk. How could you forget that, Scenic? I did not want to spoil that, genuinely spoil that for everyone. I knew her from since the anime. If I mention she's my favorite, I'll tell you something. I see. Well, given my memory strength, yeah, it helps. My eyes unconsciously widen with surprise from brazenly crazy talk. Mion probably thinking that there was no way such a far-fetched excuse would work, turning bright red while fidgeting nervously. Yeah, indeed. Shion Sonosaki? Yes. I'm often mistaken for my sister, but when we met, you had that kind of response you wouldn't make if we were meeting for the first time. That's because my sister is always talking about you, so I knew who you were. A little bit of cringeworthy excuse, that is. But when I looked at Mion's eyes, which begged me to believe her, the urge to tease completely subsided. To us, Mion had to be the leader who was normally overflowing with confidence, a guiding force. If I were to lash out at Mion, I would have ruined something I shouldn't have. That was something I would never wish for, so I understand. This foolishness here is something very different from the everyday meal. That's why she's Shion. I see. In that case, I'm sorry. Oh no! As long as you understand. Oh, that wink is adorable. My sister has a lot of enemies, you see. Oh no, she's self-aware of the fact that now she is. As I unintentionally laugh aloud, Mion, no, Shion, laughed with me. Shion, is this your first time being a waitress? It doesn't seem you're used to it. Actually, today is, Kei-chan is my first customer. A little flustered after saying that, she quickly asked if it was okay to refer to me the same way her sister did. Seeing that blatant quirk was so cute, I couldn't stop laughing. So you said you worked part-time at your uncle's store before? I thought you would have been more used to it. Oh, I have other relatives that run shops. That's why this is the first time I'm helping the uncle that owns this place. I see, makes sense. Anybody would be to native doing a job they weren't used to. Does Mion ever help out at this store? Oh, my sister is, you see. She's not good with cutesy things. I know what she's trying to say. That's right, Mion's more suited for cool things. So I think having you help out here was the right choice. Huh? Shion asked, probably thinking she misheard me. That uniform will never suit somebody like Mio. But for Shion, I think it works. Huh? You mean that, Shion, like Rena, often does, space out and turn bright red. What does that mean exactly? At least for this moment, it felt like this Shion character actually existed. Because there was no way that the Mion I knew had this side to her. At that moment, we realized that the more veteran waitress was waving to us across the room. So Nosaki-san, you can take your break now. Okay. Mion finally returned to her senses. It seems as if it was time for her to take her break. Well then, I'll take my leave. It was fun talking to the infamous Kei-chan. Sorry for mistaking him for Mion and teasing you. Please tell Mion that I will have my revenge one day. Ah, that thing where you were forced to dress as a maid and walk around outside, right? That devilish laugh and smile, it was exactly the same as the one I knew. Screenshot. Oh my god, that grin on her face! That's right, to tell her I will return for the total humiliation I suffered. Blah. More importantly, I'm going to complain to my sister about the teasing I had to endure today. My sister will have my revenge during your club activities. Bring it on, I'll get her before she gets me. Mion laughed with a warm smile devoid of any remaining nervousness and disappeared into the back. I thought it was Shion. I felt like I had a very valuable experience today. That's right, for now, I know the high and Maya Mion has a weak point to panic and get embarrassed about. But of all things for her to say she has a twin sister, I thought that maybe I should ask Rena tomorrow if she really has a sister. But maybe it's better that I didn't ask. I have no idea. It's a bit mean-spirited. I've decided that the person I met here today was Shion, the younger twin sister. So I'll refrain from doing anything that would deny that. It's not that we actually made a promise or something, but that little exchange gave birth to a new rule between me and Mion. Somebody tapped me on the shoulder. It was my dad. That was a long trip to the washroom. He probably came up with a new idea for an art piece when he was sitting on the can. Keiji, are you ready? Let's go home. Settling the bill, my father had his customer card stamp. It was pretty much filled. Dad, you're quite the regular customer. Was that new waitress just somebody you know, Keiji? Oh, you were watching from the shadows? Dad had the oddest sense of tact sometimes. Somebody from school? From Hinamizawa? Yeah, she's the little sister of my friend Mion. Her school isn't in Hinamizawa, so she must go in one in town. And I've never seen her at my school. So not all the kids in Hinamizawa go to the same school. Only about half? The other half go all the way into town on their bikes. In this way, the feeling that I was really talking to Shion came to me. What would I say to Mion tomorrow? I met your little sister, something like that? Even with Mion being like that, us having a secret between the two of us made me both a little happy and embarrassed. Oh, looks like that's it for this chapter. That one was a really fun one. So yeah, now now we're introduced to that character I would frequently talk about. Double the fun. I actually gotta add this achievement to my achievement list. I practically made my profile a shrine to all my all-time favorite games. Maroon, you know, you should know I like shy, cute and shy girls. I'll be right back real quick. Shit, I want to see if there's any more slices in the microwave. One more, yeah, I'll just read the tips for tonight, and then I'll call it a night for the stream because because we all know the last time it took like 5 hours to finish. It took like a few hours to finish chapter 11. It was like midnight by then. Okay, I'm back again. Or for the last time, of course, tonight. Huh? Mion-san's family? Yeah. More broadly, I was just wondering if she had any brothers or anything. I was actually wondering whether her younger twin sister named Shion really existed, and my curiosity got the better of me, so I quietly asked Satoko about it. I wonder. She might not. Okay, I know there's another thing about Shion. I don't want to spoil it, but it's between her and Satoko. She was being very clear about it. Had Satoko never gone over Mion's house to play? From your reaction, I guess you never met any? Yes, I've never seen any of her relatives except for her grandmother. As far as I could tell, there were already dark clouds over the Shion is real theory. Rika would know more than I. You would do well to ask her. Satoko waved to Rika-chan, who was basking in the sunlight. Rika, do you know anything about Mion-san's family? Rika-chan was surprised at the sudden question. Mi has a big family, so I don't really know everything about them. That many, huh? For example, is there someone named Shion Sonosaki? And congrats on leveling up, Sequin. Is that how you pronounce it, Sequin? Is there someone named Shion Sonosaki? Well, I might have heard it wrong, so she might actually not exist, but... You mean she? Shion exists? Well, there you go, KG! Huh? That was unexpected. So she was real. Her names are quite similar, you know? Could get tongue-tied trying to tell the difference. I heard she's Mi's younger twin sister, but I haven't met her too many times. Rika-chan knew a bit about her as well, but hadn't seen her much. I think I met her once at a funeral a few years ago. She's not in this class, so maybe she goes to school in Okonomiya. What's with the typos in this? You're welcome. Okay, cool, Sequin. Sounds like sequins. She may live there too. Mion-san herself lives apart from her family with her grandmother after all. She didn't live with her parents. That was a bit odd. Was there something between them? It's a very complicated family. Yeah, I think I know, Rika. She seems to have many relatives. There are countless many different circumstances. For now, I learned that she had a younger sister named Shion, but her family structure, including her own positions, still seem very mysterious. Oh, what are the three of you talking about? Let this old man in on it. Yeah, indeed. I actually had like 2 cups as well. Only like drank only one of it, like almost one of it. Oh, Mion-san, you've come at a good time. Might it be true that you have a younger twin sister? Ah, Mion. A younger sister? Well, yeah, I do. Mion grew uncharacteristically red in the face at a loss. I think she's looking at me. I've never had, but it sounds tasty. Oh my! I had no idea. What kind of person might she be? I would very much like to meet her sometime. You shouldn't bother. She's not cute at all. She's really conceited. Besides, other than talking to her on the phone once in a while, I haven't seen her in a long time either. Why does it look like she was in such a panic? It was like she was declaring that Shion came from yesterday. That the Shion from yesterday was actually a fake. So, this was pretty funny, so I let it go for a little while longer. I never had one. I usually just had like the insides of a potato sequin. Now I'm curious about your age, honestly. Sequin. Another Mion under the name of Shion. Will I be able to see her if I go to that restaurant again? I had a mysterious feeling as if I'd made a new friend, despite knowing that she and Mion were the same person. One more, and I'll give my closing statement. Reprinting from the Victorious War Photographer Guide April issue. Complete conquest analysis. Family restaurant chapter. Ah, I see. Now at last, we have come to a blazing hot third day. To Angel Mort. Oh, so you're older than me. Oh my god, that's surprising, to be honest. I'm 26, Sequin. To Angel Mort, a super famous restaurant and the envy of all enthusiasts. Despite being located in the remote Shishibone city of unknown prefecture, why exactly do the famous stores avoid the center of human habitation? It can only be because it is a trial given to us by the god of war photography. It's famous locally for having the best desserts in town, but not that matters to us. If you want expensive desserts, then you can just go to a censored place or something. Ah, I see. Yeah, no, definitely. You sound like a younger clone version of me, like Mini Me from Austin Powers. Yeah, same for Galeno. That I've been using since 2007. I was like, yeah, it's always based. Actually, I made it when Burning Crusade came out, so I was still like 14 going on 15. We aim not for sweet treats, but for sweet uniforms. The fragrant aroma of sweat wafts from these obligatory waitress uniforms, creating no less than a public torture device. How can their bashful flirtation be on par with all the other restaurants with cute uniforms all across the country? War Photography Hunter. Away! Smoking areas are the real superpositions. Aim for your chance at them with the tenacity of an octopus. Ryu, yesterday I failed to get seating. Today I will aim for the ultimate golden seat, the corner box in the smoking area. Otaku are overwhelmingly non-smoker, so I'll procure a spot in the smoking area and set up camp there. As expected of Ryu, the hunter, he's saying this victory was decided the moment he chose his seat. In actuality, Ryu used the same tactic during the grand opening of Akihabara's Unknown and succeeded. Yeah, indeed. And succeeded in getting the best seats in the house. Yeah, exactly, Sequin. I mean, it'll get really annoying just using a bunch of different names and it'll confuse everybody, honestly. Back then, he went early afternoon, just after the lunch rush, and not only did he find his target seat empty, he obtained it with ease. By utilizing tricks such as ordering a little at a time, he effectively increased the number of opportunities for engagement, carefully scoping out his chance for a picture. But as cursed by that, from the day before, the god of war photography did not smile upon him. After suffering successive firm defeats until 3 p.m., he finds no chance coming this way. and after 4 p.m., a man began to take his orders. It looked as though he had been seen through. It is the role of a hunter to withdraw with grace once marked. Ryu, my aim was perfect, but the fork technique I used at 2:30 seemed to have backfired. Maybe they were wary, since I sat in a booth and left my bag on the floor. My camera was already hidden in my travel bag and might fossilize in there. If there were 2-digit EGs were involved sticking here half the day, I'd have a high encounter rate. I am mortified. Even so, he still got pieces of gold. Even so, as expected from the hunter, he attained the nice angle. Despite lamenting his failure, he is an artisan. More surprising, though, is that this uniform conquest across Japan has yielded not a single arrested person. What an amazing start for a hunter who brags about having. What about you, Sequin, with what Maroon said about having been to approximately half of the total prefectural police station in the country? That thing the day before. The day before, our hunter took on the shrine-made cuisine unknown in Nagoya. His hunter spirit showed through too zealously. As soon as he entered the store, he was placed in a booth, waited by the head priest. Despite waiting an evening day, the much anticipated shrine maidens only at the time of his first order. A seriously huge blunder for a hunter. Now then, here we have the giveaway of the hunter's original photographs that always receive such high praise. We'll present one passionate reader with 3 all-you-can-eat low-angle pictures of the Angel Mort uniforms, chosen by the hunter himself. With such blazing hot... Okay then. Such blazing hot, you two can become a war photographer today. Again, let me save here so my achievement progress for the tips could register. Alright, that's it for Watanagashi-hen for Higurashi, you guys. So there's gonna be no streams on Thursday and Friday due to Thanksgiving weekend. And we'll go back to my regular schedule, and I'll be starting the Verona Fills season with The Sims 2. So, yeah, thanks for watching as always, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.